Master Sergeant Lopez, Cadet Master Sergeant Kuna, and Cadet Sergeant Kelly. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Red Mountain High School for Homecoming 2018, the 30th Homecoming game in Red Mountain history. Tonight's game features the visitors from South Chandler, the Basha Bears, taking on our Red Mountain Lions. Each team comes in with an identical record of 4-1. Basha is led by first-year head coach Chris McDonald. The Bears won their first 4 games over York 54-0, O'Connor 17-13, Corona del Sol 35-20, and La Jolla 31-13. The Bears suffered their first loss last week against Highland by the score of 20-0. Red Mountain is led by second-year head coach Mike Peterson. His overall record 14 wins and 4 losses so far this season. The Red Mountain with wins over Desert Ridge 24-6 and Cedar Chavez 34-7, a loss to Perry 35-19. And wins over Knoxon 60-0 and Westview 24-21. This is the 4th time these two schools have met. Red Mountain has won each of the previous 3 meetings within the last 2 seasons. The Red Mountain defeated Basha in a quarterfinal playoff game back in 2007. The officiating crew for tonight's game is assigned by the Arizona Interscholastic Association. Our referee, Jim Foster, umpire Dan Myers, head linesman Glenn Hunches, line judge Jeff Parker, and back judge Bernie No. Tonight's game is being broadcast on Yearview Channel 4. The game will be replayed tonight directly after the broadcast on Channel 4. Go to Yearview, that's YURVIEW.com for more information.
spawning, everyone's spotting someone.
It's just a standing ovation. Who are these guys? These guys are the dudes. These are the dudes. These are the dudes. These are the dudes. You guys do the air falls at the stadium in East Mesa. These guys do the games, man. No, the guys in the cube. These are the cubers. These are the cube dudes. No way. I love the cube. What happened to the cube? It was so bad they got rid of it. No way. Way. Punchios? Punchios? Punchos.
I just got it plugged in.
Lance wants to come out or what? Lance is not here. Lance is not going to show up tonight. Let's go. Well, Lance could be here. It's homecoming. Well, I'm guessing he's not here.
Ladies and gentlemen, now taking the field in 2018 Red Mountain Mountain Lions.
Check, check. Check 1, 2. A very pleasant good evening as we welcome you inside the Parker & Sons press box on the campus of Red Mountain High School. Kevin Derryberry alongside James Poovey for Red Mountain Football on the Red Mountain Football Network on YouTube. Tonight, Red Mountain plays host to the Basha Bears, and both teams enter play tonight with a record of 4-1. Red Mountain surviving a scare last week right here at home, taking on the Westview Knights. And James, they survived 3 first-half turnovers. They survived 5 in the game. They won it 24-21, but they left an awful lot of plays on the football field last week.
They did for sure, and a very sluggish start last week, as you mentioned, for Red Mountain, but they were able to pull themselves up by the bootstraps and get it done throughout the football game and ultimately come out with the win. So credit to Coach Peterson and his staff for getting them reorganized, especially at halftime, and getting them back on task.
The captains tonight for Red Mountain: Garrett Strell, Braden Jansen, Francisco Saucedo, and Francis Kumi, as Chris McDonald's Basha Bears take the playing field here at Red Mountain High School on homecoming 2018. It is a blackout here, so we have a lot of pageantry here in the stands, and who knows who we might see from the alumni fraternity. But it is homecoming here, and also tonight a very special night here in the broadcast booth, as YourView TV is broadcasting tonight's game live on Cox Communications. You can watch the game on Cox on YourView, channel 9, I believe it is.
9 or 7, 1 or 2. I don't have Cox, so I'm not quite sure.
You can catch the play-by-play action from Chris Harris and the color analyst work from Super Bowl champion Dale Hellstray. But as we do each and every time when we run across this scenario, we say, hey, tune in to the pictures, turn down the audio, and listen to us. Of course, we respect our colleagues down the way, a tremendous broadcast team, Dale Hellstray and Chris Harris. But here we are tonight, James, and Red Mountain really is looking for some redemption just for themselves personally. They want to beat a good football team here tonight. They had a chance to do so against Perry. They've beaten the teams that they should have. They should have steamrolled Westview. Again, the 5 turnovers really set them back, but they overcame the adversity. They won the game. They did a lot of small things to get it done, but they want to beat a good football team tonight, and they're going to have to stop the Basha Bear passing attack.
Yeah, they're going to have to play great defense on the back end tonight against Basha. They need a good, solid win to build the confidence of this football team. They've come close a couple times this season, especially against Perry, as you mentioned earlier. But they need a good, solid win, especially heading into the meat of the schedule here and wrapping up the season.
I said special night for a reason, because tonight marks the debut of a young man that we have been told that is just that special, and that is Deontay Elliott. Deontay is a transfer from Desert Ridge, and he has sat out his 5-game mandatory suspension, if you will. He sat out the mandatory games that he needs to, and he is ready to take the field tonight, and Red Mountain is going to unveil this young man. They say he's a bigger, stronger, faster version of the guy that rewrote the history book here, Lance Lawson. That is quite an endorsement for Deontay Elliott.
Yeah, we're very excited to see the debut of this gentleman tonight here, Deontay Elliott, and he's been fired up, ready to go ever since game 1 back on August 17th. He was chomping at the bit, ready to go, and couldn't help but tell us, wait till week 6, you're going to see me get off, and we're looking forward to seeing that here tonight.
Some changes in the return team for Red Mountain. You might remember how we started last week off with that botched reverse attempt. 2 different return men here set up tonight on the 5-yard line. Number 5, Shaq Daniels, and that man, Deontay Elliott, has a chance to begin this football game. This is Ty Silverman, a left-footed kicker, and he sends it deep to Elliott. Elliott makes the catch around the goal line out to the 10-yard line. And Elliott will be wrapped around the 11-yard line, and they'll throw him down to the ground for a tackle there for the Basha Bears. Special teams played, made by Basha, number 21. What do you know? Right there, that is Braden Shambaugh. And for Shambaugh, great tackle there to get the speedy Elliott.
Yeah, great job on special teams there. They had a nice pursuit on that time, did Basha, and they covered that kick quite well. Nice, decent return there for Deontay Elliott. Look for him to get going here, as he looks like he is checking in as the starting tailback.
About a 16-yard return, and indeed right behind Darren Smith in the pistol formation is number 28, Deontay Elliott, 5'10", 180, all-Central Region first-teamer last year for Desert Ridge. There goes Carter Wheat in motion. The handoff they give is to Elliott, starts inside, lowers the shoulder pad, and continues to just drive those legs forward. He'll have himself a 4-yard run for the first carry of that young man's career here as a member of Desert Ridge. Now, just wait just a second. The Basha Bears,
Deontay Elliott on the carry.
They've got the
tackle number 27, Sean Mendoza, number 53, Sean Snupser.
Our AIA officiating for the night.
2nd and 7.
The referee is Jim Foster. Our head linesman is Glenn Punches. The line judge is Jeff Barker. Our back judge this evening is Bernie No, and the umpire is Big Dan Myers. Our AIA officiating crew tonight. So a gain of 3 for Elliott after the spot. They go right back to Deontay with a big hole up the middle, and Elliott, running to the near hash mark, is going to have himself about a 7-yard carry on his second attempt, and that's going to be a first down carry.
Yeah, a solid run that time for Deontay Elliott, and a great job up front. Charlie Ola and Ben Bray paving the way there off the left-hand side. A little stretch play. Nice job, Deontay Elliott, finding the hole, finding the crease there, and picking up the first down for Red Mountain.
We'll set you up the left side. Ben Bray, 6'4", 255. The left tackle, the left guard is Charlie Ola, 6'1", 205. The center is Costa Cooley. Saucedo on the right guard. And once again, we go to the ground, and it's Deontay Elliott. So a strong dose of Deontay Elliott to open up this football game, and he will again gash out about 6, maybe 7 yards right there, going right up the middle, right behind that guy up front, and that is number 76, Costin Cooley, 6'2", 280.
He is 7
a road grader.
Yeah, Costin Cooley getting it done up front for Red Mountain at the center position. A nice job of Deontay Elliott once again approaching the line of scrimmage there with a great pad level, and he hits the hole with a nice head of steam.
Credit Elliott with a gain of 7. Second of 3 from the 35-yard line of Red Mountain. First pass of the game out of the flat to Carter Wheat. Turns the corner at the 40, 45-yard line. He'll be knocked out of bounds. 47-yard line first pass of the night from
Pickup
Derek
by number
Smith.
26, Nathan Lloyd.
And that'll move the sticks for Red Mountain football.
About a 10-yard out route that time for Red Mountain. Nice job connecting on that one from the quarterback out to number 99, Carter Reed on the outside. A nice job pulling that ball in and running for yards after the catch. First down, Red Mountain.
12-yard gain from Derek Smith to Carter Wheat as Kalem Reese-Peebles checks in on the outside. Kalem Reese-Peebles, an outstanding wide receiver, just trying to get him some more opportunities here as Derek Smith uses that hard count and just about had Basha jumping offside. Pistol formation for Derek Smith. And again, another hard count, and now this time they will get moving. Nice job there by the quarterback to continue on with that action, using that hard count to gain an encroachment penalty. Let's wait for the officiating team to make the call, because whenever I officiate up here, I tend to kind of
Yeah, great job with the hard count there that time for Darren Smith, and an even better job by the center, Costin Cooley, holding it completely still there as that nose guard kept jumping off sides. And looks like they ultimately got them to jump, but unfortunately, the penalty, as you mentioned, we called it wrong up there in the booth, and it is going against the Mountain Lions.
Well, we started to, but in our professional sense said, let's pause here because it's not going the other way. So it did go the other way. Procedure penalty assessed to the first and 15 from the 42-yard line. Again, they go right back to the ground game. This is Georgie Ramirez, his first carry of the evening, and it's another bulldozing type run for Georgie Ramirez.
George Ramirez, the ball carrier.
Delivers a lick each time he carries the
Tackle by number 6.
Draw play that time for Georgie Ramirez. An excellent call there from Red Mountain's offense. Nice job pushing the pile up front from Costin Cooley, as well as the left guard Charlie Ola and Francisco the Sauce Salcedo there at right guard, making a way for the tailback.
Georgie Ramirez, third on the team in all-purpose yards with 312. He's the second leading rusher on the squad behind Jarquell Garner. 4 touchdowns for Georgie Ramirez. Second and 8. They go to the air. This time it's complete to Kalem Reese-Peebles. Makes the catch and then turns the corner on the sideline.
Number 8, Kalem Reese-Peebles.
Catch once again, Garrett Smith.
Tackle by number 1, Ty Zimmerman.
And the route run by Kalem Reese-Peebles was outstanding.
Yeah, nice job getting out of his break that time. Kalem Reese-Peebles, number 8 for Red Mountain. Able to connect with quarterback Garrett Smith, able to set his feet. Nice protection up front once again from the offensive line. And Red Mountain doing a nice job here early, moving the chains. And they're starting to wear out that Basha defense. That's what we want to do, a long, sustained drive and go down and finish it with a touchdown.
Smith to Reese-Peebles, a gain of 9, first and 10, Red Mountain. Under center now, it's Darren Smith. There goes Carter Weed in motion. The give is to Elliott. Elliott gets through that second level, and he'll just continue to pick up those legs and put him down as he got towards the linebacker area. They met him hard right there with a good tackle there by the Basha Bears.
Yeah, a nice job on the defensive side there for Basha, able to come in and wrap Deontay Elliott up very low. But Deontay with a great pad level and a great angle as he approaches the line of scrimmage, able to keep those legs turning. And it's all about yards after contact so far here tonight for Deontay Elliott.
Micah Harper came in to wrap up Deontay Elliott. Let's take a look and see who's sitting down on the ground, an injured player for Red Mountain. Timeout taken on the field, 8:36 to go in this first quarter as you're watching Red Mountain football on the Red Mountain Football Network. Mike Peterson is out on the field, and we are completely...
Cannot tell who that is, Kevin.
I'm just baffled on who that is. I don't even want to speculate. We're screened off from the number of the player. I want to say, okay, and they're just pointed my attention. This is Costin Cooley, and this is not a good look, as Cooley cannot put any kind of weight on that right foot. And when you lose a guy of the stature of CC Costin Cooley, you lose a lot. 6'2", 280, the anchor of the offensive line will be carried off, and that does not look like he can put any weight at all on that. And we'll have to monitor his situation. If you can see him back in this game, that would be a miracle, really.
Yeah, let's hope that he just kind of tweaked it a little bit, maybe a high ankle sprain. But hopefully he'll get back in this football game because they can ill afford to lose that center.
So we'll try to see who slides over to the center spot. Darren Smith in the gun. Turn around and hand it to Deontay Elliott. Deontay Elliott with all kinds of wiggle, and he'll just lower those shoulder pads and just drive forward, running right up the gut. Right behind Ben Bray. Because Ben Bray has just jumped over to the center position, so check out what the tackle's going to be. We might have to see Jacob Griffin go both ways again here tonight, as Jacob Griffin has done such a spectacular job playing defensive end since they made that position switch, inserting Jasper Parks into the right tackle spot, and that allowed Jacob Griffin to solely play defense. So with this injury to Cooley, we'll see what happens here. 1st and 10 after the Deontay Elliott run. They turn around, hand it to Elliott again, second level. Stiffs out the tackle, still on his feet at the 20-yard line, and he'll gain tackle him around the 17-yard line. Another powerful run there by Deontay Elliott, just gliding through that second level.
Deontay Elliott on the carry.
What a great run. Deontay Elliott, once again, power, keeps those legs churning the entire run, does not give up on the play. You're not going to jersey tackle or arm tackle this guy, I assure you.
They go right back to the ground. It's Georgie Ramirez. Penalty marker comes in, and that's a quick tempo for this offense. The direction of Taylor Lamar and Chris Andriatis. But on that previous play, it was Deontay Elliott running off that right side for a gain of 12 yards. And now some of this is going to come back. A holding penalty.
Well, they moved Jasper Parks over to the left tackle position, and they've put Jacob Griffin in at right tackle in substitution for Jasper Parks, moved him over to the other side. But
anticipated that. Don't you love it when you plan this out and you got the depth chart here? Two-man, let's call this a two-deep depth chart.
I love it.
You're like, I wonder who the center is going to be. We have the information right here. I have done my homework. Benny Bray, of course, is the backup center, but we didn't know where they're going to move Parks. So Jasper Parks, 6'6", 315, showing some versatility now, going over to the left side.
Been trying to get that template for 3 years now, I'll tell you.
1st and 20 from the 26-yard line. Once again, this is the ground attack for Red Mountain. It's Georgie Ramirez. And Georgie running right behind Ben Bray and Francisco Salcedo. I talked to Sauce before the ball game. He said he's completely over the injury from last year, and since he won Desert Ridge, this year he's been healthy and he's ready to go.
Francisco Salcedo is a football player. He plays on offense, he plays on defense. He's tough in the middle. He's a definite asset in the trenches here for Red Mountain. He's an outstanding football player.
Scoreless ball game, first quarter action from Red Mountain High School on homecoming 2018. 3 wide receivers to the near side. Some late instruction for Darren Smith out in the shotgun formation. Now, before they can snap the football, we're going to get the timeout taken on the field. And
timeout is called on the field.
The Basha Bears
by Red Mountain. Red Mountain Football's 2018 sponsors are partners
Basha took the timeout.
I believe so. I was looking at Coach Peterson. It didn't look like he had taken the timeout. So.
The Basha Bears played the Red Hawks last week and they fell 20-0. Basha had won the first 4 contests this season. A team that was really had a tough year last year. 3-8 campaign. Waldrock was their head coach and came over from Desert Edge, and then the Mount Point job came. Norris Vaughn vacated that post, and then Rich Waldrock was hired at Mount Point. Left an opening for the Basha Bears, and Chris McDonald left his post at Maricopa and jumped over to the Basha Bears job. Chris McDonald, outstanding coach, what a tremendous individual. I learned a lot from him in our conversation. He used to coach under Steve Bellis over at Hamilton for a long time, so he's got that.
Second down and 17 for the Lions. Ball at the Basha 43.
Yeah, he looks to do great things here with the Basha Bears in his first year of action as head coach.
2nd and 17 from the 23-yard line of the Basha Bears. Low snap. Darren Smith's going to have to run with it. He gets to the edge, and Darren Smith will run for a few yards.
Darren Smith on the keeper, tripped up by number 1.
Nothing right there, a low snap, and it really screwed up.
Gain of 6 to the 17-yard line. 3rd down and 11.
They were unable to do anything with it, so Darren Smith just scrambled, did his best Darren Strell right there.
Yeah, credit to Darren Smith on that one for making something out of nothing and handling that bobbled or low snap there and picking up some positive yards. He could have ran that one out of bounds, but he put his foot in the ground and brought it back inside for some extra yards. A tough kid.
Gain of 6 yards. There goes Zach Molina in motion. Carter Wheat lined up in the slot. Carter Wheat sets a pass on the far side to George Ramirez. Tiptoes down the sideline, and he lunges toward the end zone. And it looked like he got the pylon. Perhaps they're going to mark him out before
Tackle by number 7, Nicholas
once again, Georgie Ramirez, the man out in the flat, it was the right read. He was the hot read for Darren Smith. He dumped it off, and Georgie tipped over down that sideline and just about housed one.
Yeah, what a great job Darren Smith seeing that edge pressure coming in on his face, able to deliver the ball on that quick screen over the top of the head of the rusher, and completed out to Georgie Ramirez floating out there on the flat. He almost put it in the end zone. He reached out, tried to get that extra little bit of yardage there at the end, but was shoved out of bounds just before that.
Nicholas Schenker comes up with the tackle. If this was a college football game, the word from the official would be the previous play is under review, because that would be a play that you would look at. Georgie thinks he got in, but once he started to tiptoe inside the green zone, inside that 5-yard line, he dove towards the pylon. Boy, what a presence and what a nose for the goal line. As Georgie Ramirez had 4 touchdowns this season, he was big for his 5th.
Yeah, he's a great running back here for Red Mountain. He's made a number of excellent plays here for the football team this season, not only on offense but on defense as well. And he was a freshman All-American last year, and he's making an impact here as a sophomore on this Mountain Lion team.
15 for 87 and 2 tutties last week in that win here at home against the Westview Knights. So it'll be a 1st and goal from the 2-yard line.
1st and goal from the 2.
Looks like it's Georgie Ramirez in that jumbo package. They give it to Georgie. He steps over the line of scrimmage, and they're going to stand him up on the 2-yard line. So nice job by the interior for the Basha Bear defense.
Yeah, nice job on that. That was number 7, Nicholas Schenker, coming in there, the 6-foot, 180-pound senior, and from that defensive tackle position and stuffing that play right away.
Quick snap again, the give to Ramirez, and Ramirez breaks 1 tackle, dives to the goal line, and let's wait for the indication. There it is. That's a touchdown for Georgie Ramirez. His 5th rushing touchdown of the season. Painter Pups, touchdown Mountain Lions.
Yeah, nice job. Nice patience that time for Georgie Ramirez, able to take that ball off the left-hand side, wait for the hole to open up, and stick it out there just far enough for the 6 points. Nice job.
So Red Mountain scores first here in this one. And now Garrett Strail on as the holder for Connor Gardner. Good snap, placement down, and Gardner swings it right leg. 1 point conversion attempt is good. 5:49 remaining this opening quarter for Red Mountain High School on homecoming 2018. Our score, the Mountain Lions 7, the Basha Bears 0. Back after this brief timeout.
1 week from tonight, Friday,
Arizona partner with your Arizona Diamondbacks partner and Sons, proud sponsor, donator, and volunteer for Arizona Special Olympics. Partner is one of the most community-driven companies in Phoenix, a local family-operated company with award-winning installation service for all plumbing, electrical, water softening. Call 602-2-REPAIR. That's 602, the number 2, REPAIR.
Final market will be Friday, October 19th. We will honor our senior football players, athletic trainers.
7-0 Red Mountain after Georgie Ramirez plunges into the end zone from 2 yards away. And the Connor Gardner 1-point conversion attempt is good. How about that young man, Connor Gardner? He has been, what a find for this group. Just working his way up through the ranks here in this program.
They're doing a great job. Has an outstanding leg. Not a very big kid, but he's got a heck of a leg on him, and he's been able to put Red Mountain's defense in a number of great positions so far here this season.
Red Mountain owns the all-time series advantage over the Basha Bears. They've won 3 times. They've only played each other 3 times. And the most recent meeting, was last year at Basha High. You might remember that game. It was a 27-21 win for Red Mountain. They beat Rich Wellrock that night. 7-0 here, our score.
Deep for the Bears, number 8, Camden
Deontay Elliott and Georgie Ramirez got the lion's share of that work on the first drive. You didn't see a lot of throws. We saw 2, maybe 3 passes at most. Back to that pound and ground offense perhaps tonight.
Yeah, Red Mountain's going to pound the rock here, and that will ultimately open up the passing game, as those linebackers and DBs will have to respect the run, and that's when Darren Smith will turn it loose.
Out of his own end zone, this is Camden Mateen. He's got big-time speed. Watch out, 30. Outside of the 40. 1 man to beat, that's the kicker. 40 on the other side, 30, 20, goodbye. This is a 100-yard kickoff return by Camden Mateen for the Basha Bears. Second in state for the long jump, and he's a 4x100 relay specialist, and you saw a little bit of speed right there. Breakaway speed, devastating speed. Housing one, going coast to coast for the Basha Bears. Camden Mateen, 1 point away from tying his 11th touchdown. Basha.
He did indeed take it coast to coast that time. I believe he fielded it about the goal line, maybe a yard or so into the end zone. Got out to about the 25-yard line, hit the Jets, pushed his foot in the ground and got to the outside, and once he broke free of that kicker, he was gone and broke the tape at the end. Nice job there on the return for Camden Mateen.
One of those things that you have to watch out for is the speed. The Basha Bears, we talked about that on the outset. They've got a tremendous amount of team speed. This is Ty Zimmerman. He is their Mr. Everything. He's a talented baseball player, outstanding wide receiver, plays in the middle, and that secondary. He also does some place kick for the Basha Bears, and that 1 point conversion
Would you like to leave a lasting memory here at Red Mountain High School? You can do this for the Legacy Brick Purchase to support the track and football programs. Just stop by the RMHS apparel table and pick up your order form.
On display, track star speed.
Yeah, there was no one catching on that one. Nice job from the kicker there, trying to do something about that return, but Mateen just way too much speed, especially once he got to the outside. He was gone. Looked like he might have put a toe out of bounds about the 50, maybe the 45-yard line, but no call from the official. Took it all the way.
So many times it's about the game of angles, and on that particular play, Gardner had an angle, but it wasn't the correct angle. And when you got that kind of speed that Mateen has, it doesn't matter what kind of angle you have. He ran right by the
everyone to kick off. Deep for the Lions, Ramses Rivera and Shaq Daniels.
Gardner was setting up his pursuit angle, but turned on the Jets, did Mateen, and that was all she wrote.
So Ramses Rivera is back deep. This is
Kickoff
Shaq
goes into the end zone for a touchback.
Makes the catch 1 yard.
Mountain Lions first and 10 at the 20.
We're going to have to check that rule out, James. We've seen on occasion here the return man body in the end zone, and yet he's able to bring it out. We have to double check that on where Mateen was when he returned the ball, but it was right here straddling that goal line.
Yeah, I could have sworn he was maybe even a deep yard deep into the end zone when he brought that one out. We'll have to give it to an official here and get a confirmation on that rule.
So there it is, the Basha Bears. They get right back into it with a 100-yard kickoff return. And wow, that was amazing. Camden Mateen. So back to work is Darren Smith in the pistol formation. Right behind him is Deontay Elliott. Elliott gets the give. Starts right, cuts it back inside. Penalty marker comes in, and they stand him up after a 3-yard gain. Right there in the middle of that frame.
Deontay Elliott on the carry, brought down by number 23, Dustin Short.
Chandler Kelly.
Penalty marker down.
6'2", 240. Let's see what this penalty flag's all about, James.
Holding against Red
That one's
Mountain.
going to be a hold, unfortunately, on the Red Mountain offensive line. A nice job by the defensive line for Basha, able to get underneath those blocks from Red Mountain and get some penetration into the backfield there. And they are doing a great job of wrapping up so far if they are able to get to the ball carrier.
There are 3 guys on the Basha Bear football team that are on that 4x100 relay team that beat Chandler.
Penalty for the 18-yard line, though. Mark it half the distance.
Zion
They go
Williams
back
is
to the
one of them.
9.
He's not suited
First
up
down to
tonight.
21.
Ty Zimmerman, I believe, is the second. And the young man that you just saw going coast to coast, Camden Mateen, is third on that group. 4x100 to beat the Chandler Wolves. That is saying something. And that is a tremendous amount of speed. So they'll back them up first and 21 from their own 9-yard line. Again, Darren Smith using that hard count. Quick strike to the far side of the field. Ball was caught. And making the reception was Colin Reese-P.
There's this pass to William Reese-P, tackled by Ty Zimmerman.
It looked to be Caleb Jones. Or perhaps it was Dylan Quinn.
Ty Zimmerman had to stop on that one. He was in coverage there out in the flat on Peebles.
They give it to Elliott. Big hole off the middle. Breaking tackle his feet. And he is
Deontay Elliott carries.
past the original line of scrimmage, approaching the 25-yard line. And
Number 1, Ty Zimmerman.
bottom of that pile. Ziff is an outstanding
Team
player.
11 will be third down
Does
and 7
everything
for
for
the
this Basha
23.
football team.
Yeah, Zimmerman, a utility player for the Basha Bears. But a nice carry once again there for Deontay Elliott. And he picks up yards after contact once again for Red Mountain.
Zimmerman had 35 tackles, 27 unassisted last year. Darren Smith back in the air, steps up in the pocket, he throws, ball's caught in the middle of the field by Carter Wheat. And that's a big target by number 99, Carter Wheat.
Carter Wheat.
Pointing that one and bringing it
Number
down.
27,
as
Scott
he took
Mendoza,
on
and then the
about
tackle. That is
300
good for Red
tackles.
Mountain.
But
First
Carter Wheat hung on
down.
football
At the 33 after a gain of 10.
Yeah, he did. Nice job boxing out in the middle there. Carter Wheat pulling that one in for Red Mountain.
Quick tempo again. They go to Georgie Ramirez that time on a toss sweep to the left
Georgie Ramirez on
side.
the carry.
Ramirez
Tackle by number
carves off
6, Michael Harper.
4 yards for this Red Mountain offense. And one of the things that you
Four,
can see
second and 6,
already,
ball on the
the
37.
change of pace is the tempo of this offense. They want to go.
Yeah, I like it. I like it. They're running this defense. They want to wear them out up front. They're doing a quick hurry-up offense here tonight, having fresh legs in the entire time, switching out Georgia Ramirez as well as Deontay Elliott. And now they got Jarcourt Gardner in there to get some action.
Jared Wilson lines up to the far side, 3 wide receiver package for Darren Smith. Back to throw. Smith has some time on a crossing route. It's Columbus Peebles makes the catch at the 40, 45, 50. Spun around around the 48-yard line. It was decked right there by the Basha number 6, Michael Harper.
Michael Harper on the tackle. That's good for another Red Mountain first down.
And the Slim Reaper getting it done, turning on the
He
afterburners as they
14
turn around
spot
that
the
corner.
Bears,
He
49.
loses the chains again for Red Mountain.
Yeah, what a great job that time. A lot of good things on that play, Kevin. Number 54 on the right tackle position there. Jacob Griffin doing an excellent job, giving his quarterback plenty of time to throw the ball. Darren Smith delivering a great job to Clem Reese-Peebles. And credit to number 14 for Red Mountain as well. Heads up play, Jerry Wilson not creating that block in the back and causing that play to come back.
Gain of 14, first and 10 for the Basha Bear 49-yard line. This is Jarquil Garner, first carry of the night, running right. And he'll pick up 1, maybe 2 yards. Some tough interior running
Jarquil
there
Garner on the
by
carry.
Jarquil Garner. He's the
Tackle
leading
number
rusher
24,
on this
Caleb
ground
Jones,
attack
and number
for Mountain
53,
Lions.
Sean
Yeah, tried to
Snow.
get that outside, little outside zone that time from Red Mountain.
Gain of yardage,
Not a whole lot of
second
movement
down
up front.
and
Nice job by
about
the left side of the defensive line
48.
for Basha there. Able to knife through and stuff that play.
Clem Reese-Peebles with a couple of catches tonight. He's having himself a ball game early on here. He's to the near side. 2nd and 9 from the 48-yard line. Clock running, first quarter. 7-7 tie. All kinds of time. It's Smith over the middle. Caught by Zach Molina as he makes the
Darren
reception
Smith
on
pass
the
complete to
36-yard
number
line.
3, Zach
What a strike
Molina.
on that dart throw by
Tackler,
Darren Smith
number
as he
23,
points to his
Dustin
wide
Torres.
receiver saying, great route.
Yeah, excellent poise in the pocket there. Darren Smith, once
That's
again,
a 12
excellent
Red
protection up
Mountain.
front
First down.
from Red Mountain's
Your
offensive
Bears.
line. Got Darren Smith all day to throw the football. Finds Zach Molina coming on a crossing route, delivers the ball on time, and another first down move in the change for the Mountain Lions.
Darren Smith to Zach Molina, gain of 12 yards, first and 10, Mountain Lions from the 36-yard line of Basha. Darren Smith wants the pump fake, has all kinds of time, scrambles around, evades the pressure, throws on the run, and the ball is getting caught on the far sideline by Carter Wheat around the 29-yard line. Here's Darren Smith showing you a little bit of ability and showing how he's so agile in that pocket right there, buying some time with his legs and then throws another strike to Carter Wheat.
Yeah, the great thing about Darren Smith is he's able to feel the pressure. He uses his peripheral vision very well. He's able to feel that pressure coming from the outside or even coming up the middle, able to climb the pocket or step to the outside, slide his hips, and continue to look for the open receiver. And he found Carter Wheat on the sideline that time, who hauled it in for the Mountain Lions.
Gain of 7, Darren Smith to Carter Wheat. 2 wide receivers to the near side. This is Rivera. Now it's Smith going for the end zone, looking for Ramses, and it's incomplete. Going for Ramses Rivera. Stride for stride with the coverage was Ty Sifferman. So you had Rivera, number 4, 6'1", 185 on the 5'11", 170. Ty Sifferman, that's a heck of a matchup there for Red Mountain, but Ty Sifferman showing you the ability to play cornerback and the position he had his body in was excellent.
Yeah, he had great defensive position there, did Sifferman, and both those kids really fast, and that was a great matchup on that play that time.
3rd and 3 for the Basha Bear, 29-yard line, 7-7 tie, $1:16 to go, opening quarter from Red Mountain High School. Basha allowed to make a late substitution. Nicholas Schinker on the field, 6', 180, he's a senior. Darren Smith in the pistol. Right behind him is Deontay Elliott. No, it's George Ramirez. And Georgie starts right, cuts it left, and he'll break into that secondary for the first down carry.
Tackle by number 25, Dylan Quinn. That's good for a Red Mountain first down.
Well, for the first down tonight, I got the seed. At 22 was 28, Deontay Elliott. It was the second move he made. Bounce it to the outside, stiffs on the tackle with speed. Now he just wants to bulldoze people, and he'll bulldoze Ty Sifferman. Credit Sifferman with that open field tackle, but Sifferman loaded the ground there, took off Deontay Elliott. We saw a little bit of the physicality that Deontay Elliott possesses, delivering a lick as he finished that run.
Yeah, after he stiff-armed a couple guys and after he broke a couple of tackles, those kind of runs will win you a lot of football games right there. Excellent job once again from Deontay Elliott.
2nd and 6 from the 21-yard line. Shotgun snap for Smith. Wants to set a screen over the middle. Caught by Wheat, and Wheat made the reception on the 20-yard line. He will take it.
Taken out from behind by number 44,
Tackle right there.
Jacobs.
Very, very close to the line to gain for Red Mountain as they move the
Pick up
football here with some balance and run
for the
pass on this
15.
drive.
Yeah, nice job there. A little tunnel screen there to Carter Wheat. Able to stand tall in the pocket was Darren Smith, find the open receiver, and deliver the ball. Carter Wheat once again pulling it in, doing a great job here tonight, having a great game so far.
Georgia Ramirez has checked in at tailback, and that would be the final play of this first quarter from Red Mountain High School.
The first quarter of play with the
We
score.
played our first 12 minutes of action here in this homecoming 2018 game on a blackout night from Red Mountain High School. The Mountain Line 7, the Basha Bears 7. Second quarter coming up right after this.
Photo and design club is taking photos underneath the bleachers until the end of halftime for just $8.
Your Phoenix Suns and Arizona Coyotes.
Parker and Son.
A partner with your Arizona Diamondbacks and contributor to the D-Backs Give Back Foundation.
Parker and Son.
A proud sponsor, donator, and volunteer for Arizona Special Olympics.
Parker and Sons.
Parker is one of the most community-driven companies in Phoenix. A local family-operated company with award-winning installations and service for all your AC, plumbing, electrical, or water softener needs. Call 602-2REPAIR. That's 602, the number 2, REPAIR for Parker and Sons.
A shout out to Red Mountain football fans. This is head coach Mike Peterson. From me to you, I invite you to listen to the Lions Den podcast each week, hosted by Red Mountain football play-by-play voice Kevin Derryberry, the K-Man. We will talk Mountain Lions football in depth after each game. Highlights, player interviews, chalk talk, and the Parker and Sons Varsity Player of the Week. Listen to the Lions Den. And hey, let's see that guy.
Every time Mike Peterson does that commercial spot,
Mike
crowd
Peterson
loves
money.
it. They love it. They're like, he is money. That is so money right there.
Oh my gosh,
Coach
hi,
Pete,
Allie.
Lions Den. 7-7 tie. Kind of swift moving first quarter, James, but you saw a little bit about what makes both of these teams go, and that is speed.
Yeah, speed kills, as they say, especially in the game of football. And Red Mountain doing a great job on offense here so far. And Basha breaking out with that kick return. A nice job on that one from number 8, Camden Mateen, and he showed his speed on that return.
Deontay Elliott with 9 carries in the first quarter for Red Mountain, 63 yards.
Solid performance.
Darren Smith in the first quarter was 9 of 10 for 89
Second quarter
yards.
about to get underway.
Efficient.
I got it.
Last couple of weeks, a lot of action for Garrett Stroll. Going the entire distance here as we begin play here in the second quarter. Kevin Raybear alongside James Cooley. Coming 2018. Deontay Elliott. This line of scrimmage. The pitch to Elliott. Breaks the tackle at the 10, the 5, and he will race into the end zone for a touchdown. It is a 15-yard run to Peter Puff touchdown. Mountain Lions, Deontay Elliott. We welcome you, young man.
Power football there, Red Mountain doing a great job on the right-hand side. Salcedo and Jasper Parks, or excuse me, number 54, Jacob Griffin off the right-hand side. A very simple toss on that play. Elliott let the play develop, got to the outside, and a nice block there at the very end by Alexander Randall as well.
And one more broken tackle by Deontay Elliott. That is something that we have seen him do here in this first quarter and a little bit of his second quarter is break tackles. He is a thick dude, and that lower body, his lower extremities are chiseled out. He's got the pads on him, and he's what they call a specimen.
He is slick, Kevin. Very slick. Hard to tackle. He keeps the legs turning. That's the thing. He's always has a great pad level. He's got a great angle when he approaches the line of scrimmage, and he's not afraid to take on a tackle.
That is his first touchdown as a member of the Red Mountain Outlaws. Of course, he has scored a few times in the past for Jeremy Hathcock, and of course the Desert Ridge Jaguars. Not sure what you're pointing out. Deontay Elliott, I mentioned all Central Region first teamer in 2017. He had 60 carries for 233 yards and 4 touchdowns. And as a receiver, he caught 29 passes for 389 more yards and 3 touchdowns. So Elliott is big play, either running it or catching it. You get that young man the ball in space,
Connor Gardner to kick it.
he can do some things.
Yeah, he can. He's an excellent, outstanding football player. Like I said earlier in the broadcast, we've been looking forward to him getting going here tonight, and so far he is doing exactly that.
My guess is they won't kick the ball to Camden Mateen. He's back deep. It'll be Gardner
don't
on
do
the
that.
far hash, set up at the 40-yard line. Mateen is back deep. And next to him, I believe it is, I will double check that. On the return, that was number 11, Andrell Barney from the goal line, angles out to the 10, the 15, the 20, out to the 27-yard line, and that's what will be tackled right there.
Nice return that time for Basha. Excellent job by Barney, bringing that one back. 5'10", 175-pound sophomore for the Bears.
Red Mountain special teams tackle Jesus Vasquez in the mix right there. One of the gunners coming down there on that play. And they didn't kick it to Mateen, but still, when you look at the return by Andrell Barney, it was a productive return. They set up shop at the 28-yard line. Again, another late substitution coming out onto the field for Chris McDonald's Basha Bears. Britton Burke is checked in late. This is the quarterback. First pass of the game on a wide receiver screen to Zimmerman, and he's going to be belted in the backfield. A tackle for a loss. Shaq Daniels is there, and also coming away from that play, looking like he had something to do with it, was Anthony Giraldi.
Yeah, nice job that time by Giraldi, but number 5, Shaq Daniels coming up, closing, had a great outside position on the receiver there and clocked him as soon as he caught the football. Excellent job.
Talk about meeting the receiver once he caught the football. This is Gabe Friend, the quarterback. They run it on a sweep to the near side, and a host of tacklers right there led by Alexander Randall and Georgie Ramirez. And boy, I'll tell you what, Georgie is just fierce coming out of that safety spot and run support. He is dynamic in what he does.
Great position that time. Georgie Ramirez flowing around the edge of the perimeter of the defense, keeping outside contained the entire time and helping Alexander Randall finish the play for the Mountain Lions defense. Nice job. Gabe
Friend, the quarterback, he'll start here. The regular starter is Connor Phelan. He is out tonight. Now they've been dressed out. So Gabe Friend will go the entire way. 6'2", 190, right-hander. Signal caller. 2 wide receivers to the far side. To the air. The ball is picked off in the secondary by Georgie Ramirez to the 30-yard line. Looking for blockers. Georgie has a chance to return it inside the red zone, and he does. The tackle recorded there by the quarterback, Gabe Friend, on an interception by Georgie Ramirez. And that is just great freelance defense there. Playing center field, picking that one off, and making a play for his defense.
Sitting down in his deep third zone that time. Georgie Ramirez just eyeing the quarterback the entire time. That's why you cannot throw the ball late over the middle, because that's what usually happens. The safety is going to be prowling that defense backfield there, and he's waiting for that pick. Georgie almost housed that one. Nice job there for Georgie Ramirez.
That's the 10th interception of the season for this Red Mountain defense. That's their first of the year for Georgie Ramirez. A 30-yard return for Georgie. Great job there by the quarterback, Gabe Friend, to make that touchdown-saving tackle. Short field here. Red Mountain will start in the red zone on the 18-yard line. They hand it off to Deontay Elliott, and for the first time tonight, Basha will get some pressure from their front 4, and their run support was Caleb Jones.
Yeah, nice job, Jones, coming in that time. 5'8", 180-pound sophomore, knifing through and wrapping up Deontay Elliott nicely around the lower extremities for the tackle.
Deontay Elliott recording his first touchdown as a member of the Red Mountain Lions tonight. It's 14-7, inside 10 minutes to halftime here on homecoming. And we will have a timeout taken on the field. And James, one of the things that we've seen here tonight is, we talked about it, the last drive was the tempo here. You can see that Red Mountain has a little more sense of urgency with their offensive play sets.
Yeah, it's nice to see them moving the football with a tremendous pace. They're able to get lined up, and they're doing a great job. They're not having a whole lot of penalties or false starts. A lot of times when the younger kids are in that hurry-up mode, they're jumping off sides or they're false starting. But so far, Red Mountain doing a great job here with that hurry-up offense.
Darren Smith, 57 completions on 111 attempts, good for 931 yards. That's good for 10th in the 6A conference. He has 8 touchdown passes and 6 interceptions, so it's finally to see him on that positive side of that equation right there.
Yes, most definitely. And they want to keep it going here. Red Mountain in great position offensively once again.
2nd and 12 from the 20-yard line. Darren Smith back to throw, steps up in the pocket, has some time, directs some traffic, throws, and the ball is over the head of Zach Molina. And Molina was open, but the ball was just overthrown by Darren Smith, so an incomplete pass for Red Mountain. And now Red Mountain will be faced with a 3rd and long as the short field here has created a little bit of a challenge there. Can't use the entire playbook here.
Yeah, not quite enough room to open up the entire playbook, but once again, Deontay Elliott, don't know if he caught it on that play, but he was in on pass protection that time, and he flipped his guy upside down. Excellent job that time from Elliott.
3 to the near side. Columbus Peebles to the far side. Flank to the left of Darren Smith is Deontay Elliott. Back to throw is Darren Smith, looking left all the way. And he tries to just loft one up in the air over the defensive back, looking for Deontay Elliott out in the flat, and that pass is incomplete. So Mike Peterson will go on and send out his field goal unit, led by Connor Gardner.
Yeah, unfortunately for Red Mountain that time, Deontay Elliott trying to sell that run block. He was going to go ahead and release from that defensive back and catch the ball out in the flat, but he was not able to get loose from that DB as he was stuck to him the entire time.
Gardner has 34 points this season. That's good for 4th in the 6A conference. This is a 29-yard attempt. Good snap, great hold by Strail, and the kick is good.
Kick over, it's good. From 37 yards. And with 9:37 left until halftime, the score is Red Mountain 17. Basha.
Thing was like a boomerang going up there, but it went through.
That was good from 37 yards away. Ball was on the 12.
That can't be right. If it was on the 12 and you add 17.
And you can't even look at the long score.
29-yarder.
You got to see what you see.
Yeah. See the tee out there still.
We'll go with 37 yards. I don't exactly see where that ball was spotted, but Connor Gardner is doing an outstanding job kicking the football between the goalposts. I mentioned his 34 points. Now he has 37. In fact, Gardner was 5 of 6 in field goals. That's good for 2nd in the 6A conference.
Impressive.
And now he's 6 of 7. And he is connected on 2 more extra points here tonight. So 5 more points for Connor Gardner. That kicking game, an element of the special teams, really getting it done.
Yeah, they're doing a great job on special teams as Red Mountain, covering the kicks very well. And Gardner doing his job not only with the field goals, but the kickoffs as well, putting the defense in an excellent position.
Basha's ranked 21st in the Arizona Varsity State 48 poll. Basha, I mentioned earlier, they came off a shutout defeat last week as they took on the Highland Hawks. And how about the Highland Hawks and one of their famed alums, Ryan Fitzmagic. Ryan Fitzpatrick, quarterback for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Quarterback and fashionista.
Oh my gosh, this guy has taken the league by the storm, isn't he?
Yeah,
Best story of the NFL is Ryan Fitzpatrick through the first couple of weeks. I know they talk a lot about Patrick Mahomes, but for my money, it's Highland's own, the Harvard graduate, Ryan Fitzpatrick. And he plays the Pittsburgh Steelers on Monday night. Mike Tomlin, you better be scratching your head. How are you going to stop this aerial attack of the Tampa Bay Bucs?
That should be a good one.
Oh, the Steelers defense is absolute Swiss cheese. This is Gardner from his own 40. Pooches it to the near side and making the catch around the 25-yard line and get blown up right there immediately. Number 87 on the play, that's Trey Smith. How about it, Trey? Special teams blow up right there on the return man, and Micah Harper didn't have a chance.
Little ragdoll action there from Trey Smith. Nice job there closing in on the special teams unit and dropping the ball carrier there about the 25-yard line. It's going to put the defense for Red Mountain in excellent position.
So we'll keep an eye on what's going on with Costin Cooley. He's still dressed, he's on the table to the near side, and they're continuing to work on that left ankle. If these trainers can get Costin Cooley back in this football game after what we saw when he left the field, that would be a huge tribute to them. So behind Friend is Lundberg, and this is going to be Friend on the quarterback keep. as Evan Opta had a chance in the backfield, couldn't wrap him up. But the quarterback, Gabe Friend, that time showed you a little bit of nifty ability to run with the football.
Yeah, and a great play fake that time as well by Friend, able to tuck that ball. And he fooled the defender that coming up on that one. That was number 7, Byron Bourne, trying to make a play on the ball carrier in the backfield there, but a great play fake that time from Friend.
And when you see Bourne out there, you know that they're going to play a little dime package. You'll see some different personnel come in. They'll have 3 down linemen here, but they're going to be sending 4 or 5. So keep an eye out for that. Let's see what Gabe Friend deals with this time. Shotgun snap. They go up the middle, and this is his tailback this time. This is Nicholas Schenker. We've yet to see Cole Lundberg here today. Cole Lundberg wears number 13. He is their leading rusher. And again, Basha will run it up the middle this time with Schenker and making the play right there. It looked like Braden Jansen was right there doing some thumping, the baby thumping.
Yeah, he came up there and stoned the play right at the line of scrimmage and had a host of tacklers right there behind him. Francis Kuby came in there, as well as
Many times I can fill in his thoughts.
Not this time.
Didn't
Not
know
this
where he
time.
was going.
Not this time.
Split to the outside is Andy Robinson. This is Gabe Friend at quarterback. 3 wide receiver package. There's movement up front. Now there's Cole Lundberg now. And who was the first one off the ball right there with some amazing get off that time was Francis Kuby. And Francisco Saucedo back on the field for Red Mountain.
Great to see Sauce back out there. It was Isaac Thompson coming up and run support on that last play, doing a great job up from his safety position.
As the it factor does, Isaac Thompson, the leading tackler on this football team. The sandbacker is designed to lead in many ways, and boy, Isaac Thompson leads in interceptions, forced fumbles, 2 each in that department. Has a fumble recovery. He's had a hand in 5 turnovers as the it factor. Isaac Thompson being recruited by ACU.
Very nice.
Little footnote
Flyers
right there. For an Ottawa guy, let him know what's going on. First and 15 for the 30-yard line. Friend back to throw, wants to set up screen to Sifferman, makes the catch on 30. Tries to spin out of a tackle, and he can't do it because that tackler is AR, Alexander Randall. And you love it when Randall makes a play, because when he gets off the tackle, when he gets off the receiver, he's got a little hop with a little mojo about him, that little sweet little mojo that he has. And he just feels it getting off that pile.
Yeah, he's able to get off the block from the offensive lineman. He stays home, keeps his shoulders parallel to the line of scrimmage, and makes a great play on defense there for Red Mountain.
So Friend will go over to the far sideline as they reset the play clock at 24 seconds on the way down. Friend gets the signal from the sidelines for the Basha Bears, and he hustles back to the huddle. 15 on the play clock. 8 minutes to go in this second quarter. 17-7. Red Mountain has a 10-point lead over the Basha Bears. This is Friend on the rollout. Goes on the run, and the ball is complete. Far sideline by Ty Zimmerman. Makes the first man miss. He goes down the sideline. Ty Zimmerman, with that second effort there, making the catch and then picking up the first down after that move he made on the sideline right there.
Yeah, nice job making the move there for the Basha Bears, and almost picking up the first down there for Basha. 3rd and about a yard and a half left for the Bears.
That leading tackler we talked about, the it factor, Isaac Thompson comes up to make the tackle for him. For Ike, he is continuing to be impressive. Gain of 8 yards. 3rd and 2 from the 43-yard line. They run it, and they run it right up the middle. They go up the gut, and they'll pick up the first down. They just gashed off 7 yards by Schenker, and they'll move the sticks. They'll have a new 1st and 10 at midfield.
Yeah, nice quick hitter there for Basha. Just a straight dive play. Caught the defense a bit off guard. They didn't have a chance to stunt or do anything technically up front, and just power football, pushing the defensive lineman back and gaining ground the entire way.
The Basha Bears offense in total yards is 13th in the 6A conference with 1,757 yards. They're 10th in passing at 1,070. This is Friend out of the shotgun formation, looking left all the way, good for the home run ball, looking for Mateen, and Mateen can't catch it. Nice pass there by Friend, but you have to credit Jesus Vasquez, who indeed was stride for stride with that coverage on a speedster in Mr. Mateen.
Yeah, nice job by Vasquez. He had inside position on Mr. Mateen that time, and a great defensive position there, able to force that incompletion. Ball just a little bit overthrown, but a nice coverage nonetheless for Red Mountain.
When you have 4x100 speed and you're a member of a relay team like that, you're a burner. That's when you become Mr. Team. He's already house won coast to coast, as we mentioned that here earlier in this ball game. 17-7, 7-9 to go. This is Friend again, far side, looking for Sifferman. And with the coverage was Shaq Daniels. So Shaq Daniels being challenged tonight by the Basha Bears, and Shaq taking on their best receiver in Ty Sifferman, who's an all-region performer.
Yeah, great job in coverage that time for Shaq Daniels, but ultimately the guy making the play on that one was number 80, Francis Kumi. Excellent A-gap pressure coming up the middle and forcing that quarterback out of the pocket and forcing that errant pass.
Alta out there with Giraldi and Isaac Thompson. Georgia Ramirez. This secondary is being tested, and they've answered the challenge here early on. Vasquez is playing well. Friend back to throw. Here comes the pressure. They throw it over the middle of the field. It's caught by Sifferman, and Sifferman makes the catch at the 38-yard line, turns around, glides past the 40 into the 37-yard line, and that's where he's going to be tackled right there. But that was a nice move after the catch by Ty Sifferman.
Yeah, great job there for Sifferman. A little hitch and go for the Basha Bears. A nice job delivering the football on time and right on target for Sifferman.
That was a gain of 13, tackle by Alta. And making a big-time tackle right there is Hiram Boren. Hiram Boren coming off the edge that time. Just free rein, went in there and made a tackle. That's Charlie Holden coming back on the field.
Yeah, nice job that time. Hiram Bourne cast it up, looks like he cast it up right hand there, right forearm, I should say.
They call it the club, James.
And he got in there and wreaked havoc on Basha that time.
In 5 games this season, Basha has outscored the opposition 137-66. They trail up by 10 here with 6:05 to go till halftime. This is Friend out of the pistol formation. They run it up the middle, and Francis Kumi will latch on and hang on for the ride with Braden Jansen there, and also getting in the middle of the fray was Charlie Holden. So great run support defense there by Red Mountain. Kumi in the mix, along with Charlie Holden, and that front four really doing a number as they've been stout tonight.
Yeah, credit to that defensive line group. Credit to Coach Kyle Enders as well, the defensive coordinator for Red Mountain. He's got those guys ready to play tonight, and they are running to the football.
Mateen is checked back in the ball game, lined up at the near side. He'll be one-on-one with Vasquez. They want to go to Sifferman out in the slot, and Sifferman, he makes the catch on the near hash marks. Looked like Giraldi and Isaac Thompson right there eventually to make the stop, but Sifferman again running down the slot there is a real mismatch problem for the secondary for Red Mountain as he picks up another first down catch.
Yeah, nice job there for Sifferman, and Basha just keeps moving the chains here on this drive. They're doing a good job getting the push up front, and when they have to throw it, they're getting excellent protection as well.
Sifferman, another 8-yard reception from Gabe Friend. They'll move the chains, 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line. Basha approaching the red zone, going to the near side, looking for Mateen again, and Shaq Daniels indicates to him, nothing here, nothing doing. From 5, Shaq Daniels. Aiden James challenged tonight, and he's rising to the occasion.
Yeah, great coverage that time from Shaq Daniels on the outside, near side of the football field, and using that sideline very well as an extra defender, as a good corner always knows how to do.
Gabe Friend was 4-16 for 35 yards passing last week. He was 7 for 18 on the ground. On the season, he just has 351 yards passing with 3 touchdowns, this Gabe Friend. 5 wide receivers package. This is an empty set for Friend. He wants to set up a screen to Sifferman, and blowing up the play is Braden Jansen. They try to set up a wide receiver screen, and Braden Jansen, reading it all the way, stepped into the middle of that one and made a great defensive play there to read that ball.
Yeah, they slanted down that time, and they were coming hard, fighting off their blocks. Got off the blocks very well up front, and they were in the backfield in a hurry and disrupted that screen. Nothing doing that time for the Basha Bears.
Speaking of disruption, that's what Jake Griffin did all last week. If you have a chance to just take a look at the numbers from Jake Griffin last week, first of all, he is 2nd in the 6A conference in sacks now with 6. 8 tackles, 3 sacks, 3 TFLs for the varsity player of the week on the line stand. This is Gabe Friend back to throw. Quicked up, going over the middle, and the ball is going to be batted down, and it will fall to the turf. The intended target was Ty Silverman, and Evan Alta back there playing some safety. Once again up there with a pass defense.
Yeah, nice job climbing the ladder there. Evan Alta had good position on the wide receiver, able to jump up, time his jump perfectly, and bat that one away. He also had a couple of helpers there as well if something was to go awry.
Sifferman, 31 catches for 397 yards and a couple of touchdowns. So this looks like it's going to be a field goal opportunity. Ball is spotted on the 32-yard line. This would be a 42-yard field goal for Ty Sifferman. And this everything ran for Basha. Low snap, good hold. The kick has plenty of leg, and it is good.
Kick is good from 42 yards.
So Ty Silverman drills it from 42 yards away, the southpaw kicker. And the Basha Bears draw within 7 points here at the 4:39 mark of the second quarter. Our score now, Red Mountain 17, Basha 10. And how about Ty Silverman showing you what he could do? He can do everything.
Yeah, that was a great job that time by Basha. A nice, long, sustained drive. Sifferman, a huge part of that drive for the Basha Bears, but they were able to also run the football well, and a nice long drive, and ultimately come out with some points.
One thing that we learned from Basha last week in their defeat against Hammond was there was no quit with this group. And Coach McDonald said, hey, whatever happens in this heavyweight bout tonight, his team will take the shots, but they're going to get right back up and go in for more, and we've seen that here tonight.
Yeah, there's no quit in this Basha football team. 17-10, almost 4.5 minutes left until halftime, and this is setting up to be a dandy here tonight from Red Mountain High School.
Basha will get Hamilton next week at Hamilton, and Red Mountain will be right here to take on the Coyotes from Skyline. And and Angelo Perfumi's group here. I'm not sure when I got Richard in that group.
Always a good game, Skyline and Red Mountain.
It's Coyotes and Richard Taylor's Centennial.
That's it.
Flows.
That's it.
Richard Taylor's trying to pick up career win number 300 tonight, maybe? 299. He's getting really close. 17-10 ball game here. Kevin Derryberry alongside James Poovey. Homecoming 2018. Great crowd on hand. The Basha Bears contingent has made it here as well. I have to say, it's a great scene here this evening.
I agree. Beautiful night out here at the stadium.
This is Rivera from about 3 yards deep in the end zone. That time they wouldn't let Rivera come out. So on the change of possession, after the field goal by Ty Silverman, Red Mountain will get the football back. 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. Darren Smith is set to be the quarterback. And James, what do you think? A little more of the same, a little more Deontay Elliott here on this drive.
I say a little ground and pound. Maybe 1st and 2nd down, you're running the football, open up the passing game a little bit on 3rd down, and try to throw it over the top. Maybe take a shot or two. You'd love to go in and get another touchdown here before the half if you're Red Mountain.
Trips to the far side that give us the Elliott. He's going to be wrapped up in the backfield. No, he's not. Absolutely not at all. You thought he was tackled for a loss, and then he spun out of that tackle and then turned it upfield for about 6 yards right there. Deontay Elliott, watch out. You see a little magician in there. You have to watch the play clearly. Much like Lance Lawson, he wasn't a normal player to broadcast in the sense that he does so many things, expect the unexpected. You could say the same thing for Deontay Elliott.
Yeah, that play was designed to go to the outside, to the right-hand side. Nothing was home there. He quickly saw it, found a cutback lane, and made the most out of that one.
3 wide receiver package for Darren Smith. Flank to the right of D. Smith is Elliott. And blitz pickup does the job. Smith over the middle of the field, and he's going for Carter Wheat. Trying to thread the needle on that one. I beg your pardon. He was going for Zach Molina. Wheat was 3 yards in front of him. I have to speculate that there were too many people in the same vicinity on that throw. But we saw again the arm strength from Darren Smith.
Yeah, he's able to set his feet that time, and that's credit to his offensive line, but he does have a cannon for an arm and able to deliver the ball on time and very accurate.
Set up to the near side for Red Mountain is Jared Wilson. 3 wide receiver package. Rivera set up to the outside. Basha showing blitz. Here they come. Pass complete to Elliott at the 30-yard line. Turns upfield. He's going to be close to the 1st down. I think he's got it. Once again, Darren Smith with the hot read to the tailback in the flat. That was Deontay Elliott. And James Elliott shows you a little bit of that pass catching ability that we
Five,
talked
Red
about earlier.
Mountain.
Yeah, able to float out into the flat and grab that pass there from Darren Smith. Took on a tackler, beat him, and then took on another guy. But right after he was able to pick up the first down for Red Mountain and move the chains. Once again, Deontay Elliott making a difference here for the Mountain Lions tonight.
1st and 10 from the 31-yard line. Darren Smith, low snap. Has all kinds of time. Winds up, throws, looking for the home run ball, looking for Reese Peebles, and Reese Peebles dives and is unable to hold that one in. Big play threat is Kalim Reese Peebles. His average per catch, James, is 32.4. That's good for number 2 in the 6A conference. Of all the big boys out there, the Slim Reaper is number 2 in the 6A conference, 32.4 yards per catch. That number will change here tonight because he's had a few receptions, but he's involved in this game plan. 2nd and 10 for the 31-yard line. It's Darren Smith in a pistol formation. 2 wide receivers to the left side. The setback is Elliott. He gets it, the handoff, and he runs to the left side, and they'll stack him up after a 2-yard gain, and they'll just bully him to the ground. Nice defense that time by the Basha Bears.
Yeah, that's number 41, Charles Gilbert from his linebacker position, as well as number 23, Dustin Torres coming in there for Basha and making a nice stop on Red Mountain.
Gilbert, a junior, 6 foot 195. We have yet to say the name of Storm Mendoza. Mendoza, a playmaker for the Basha Bears. So it'll be a 3rd and 8 from the 32-yard line, clock running at 3:05. Darren Smith back to throw. Steps up in the pocket, now he slides out of pressure. Looking for George Ramirez, and Ramirez stopped on the route. Darren Smith had corrected him to extend the route further, and they just couldn't get their timing lined up right there. So that'll bring a 4th down up for Red Mountain. And that means that Connor Gardner will be summoned to punt. That's a good stop there for Basha after they got points the last drive.
Yeah, that was an impressive defensive stand there for the Bears. Darren Smith trying to direct traffic down the football field. He wanted Georgie Ramirez to maybe bend it back inside and go towards the post, but unfortunately falls incomplete for the Mountain Lions.
So Micah Harper back deep. Here comes Gardner. Gardner, an end over and left-footed kick, picked up there by number 6, and he gets pinballed around there. That was Micah Harper. Last guy to tag him was Jackson Beecher, special teams player. We might see some Devin Bracey tonight. Bracey wears number 18. He too is a transfer from Ohio. He's from Akron, Ohio, and we'll see him at some point tonight. I asked him if he watched the Cleveland Browns last night, and he said he did, and so did everybody else in the world. The ratings on last night's Thursday night game, when you look at it on paper, you go Jets, Browns, I'll make some plans. That's date night, right?
Is that why the stream kept buffering? Because everybody was trying to tune in, I think.
Ratings were off the hook, and you know the rest of the story. Baker Mayfield came into that ball game and did his thing, and the Cleveland Browns are relevant, and that's why we bring up Devin Bracey. All right, this is Cole Lundberg starting on the right side, and he stiffs on the tackle, turns the corner, and Cole Lundberg with his best run of the night for the Basha Bears. He just rips off about 12 yards right there on a 1st and 10 run for the Basha Bears.
Yeah, off tackle play that time for Basha. Power football. He got the edge, sealed it off there by the right tackle, and what a job running the football there.
Cole Lundberg getting it done for the Basha Bears. James, you surprised about the offensive play calling on Red Mountain's last series?
A little bit. Seemed to not be as up-tempo as they were a little bit earlier in the game, but
like
nonetheless, they almost came away with some points there, but unfortunately, they need to get the up-tempo back and start wearing out this defense.
Friend back to throw, looking for Silverman. The ball's intercepted by Jesus Vasquez, and Vasquez is going to be wrapped up around the 20-yard line. They'll try to strip the ball from him, and that's the second interception of the night for Gabe Friend. That's another pick for this secondary for Red Mountain, making 11 interceptions on the season in Cal Anders defense. Opportunistic once again.
Yeah, they're ball hawking in here tonight. A nice job there in the secondary for Red Mountain. And that offense is going to get its shot to take it down the field once again here.
Let's see what this penalty marker is all about. And this one may come back.
See if we can get word up there to rev up this offense a little bit.
Perhaps it was on the return.
It looks like the penalty occurred after the interception, so Red Mountain.
So the interception looks like it's going to stand up, James.
15-yard penalty at the end of the play.
And that was just what I was trying to point out, is that offensive series was just unlike any of the 4 series before that. So with the Basha Bears scoring right there, I thought they would do a little bit more of the same.
Yeah, it's been working. It worked very well in the early parts of the game, so you got to get back to it. And they're going to start deep in their own territory. Here's a 10. So look for them to run the rock here a little bit and try to open up that passing game once again.
17-10 our score. Second quarter, 2:27 to go. Carter Wheat in motion. The pistol formation, they give it to Elliott. Breaks to that second line of scrimmage, and he's going to be tripped up literally. He was tripped up once he got to that second gear, and as he started to cut it outside, he was tripped up right there, but he just gashed off 6 yards right there. Boy, that kid's got some wiggle. He's got some moves, doesn't he?
He does. A great job running the football. He's excellent patience, and I just keep waiting. It's going to be any play now. He's going to bust one.
We talked about Ty McElroy and his patience in the comparisons to Lev Bell. Deontay has some of a similar style. Again, a little sidestep right in there. And one tackler thought he had a chance on his feet. And then a little shuffle to the left. Not so fast, young man.
Nice job on defense there, corralling that running back, Deontay Elliott, and he is very shifty. And the defensive line and the linebackers for Basha have to be aware of that and stay home and do their job.
Gain of 6 for the shifty Deontay Elliott. First and 10 from the 23-yard line of Basha. Beg your pardon. That's a run blitz, and this time they got Elliott. Stuffing the run that time for the Basha Bears. Number 27, I talked about him, Storm Mendoza. And Mendoza right there, a little storm action of his own there. And that was a run stuff, and that was at the right time for the Basha Bear defense.
Yeah, Storm Mendoza coming up on that A-gap blitz that time from his linebacker position. Timed it perfectly, was able to knife into the backfield there and hit Deontay Elliott as soon as he got the football.
Mendoza, 6 foot 180, the team's leading tackler with 33 tackles, including 19 unassisted at the TFL. As a junior, Mendoza had 81 tackles. He's got
impressive totals. Impressive totals.
We had Storm Mendoza this week and Sebastian Knox last week. The linebacking play in the state of Arizona has been superb this year.
Yes, it has. The number of key players, a lot of guys getting offers, a lot of those coming from the linebacker position. And there's some excellent talent on the defensive side of the football here in Arizona as well.
So with 1:16 to go to the break, Red Mountain backed up on their own 19-yard line. We'll have a first 14 to go. So what does Mike Peterson have in store for Basha? I'm taking a shot, James. I'm going up top.
Most definitely, maybe a little play action here.
Yeah, Rivera to the near side. He'll be lined up with the talented Micah Harper. We've seen these guys shadow each other before. Again, after a long talk with the umpire. We have yet to have a sideline warning yet here, James.
Yeah, everybody's been under control so far here this evening.
It's coming.
It is, always is.
First and 14 from their own 19-yard line. Darren Smith has gone all the way. 4 wide receivers on the play fake. Now they're going to get the ball off to Georgia Ramirez, and Georgia Ramirez starts left, cuts it right, gets to the 20-yard line, maybe the 21-yard line, and he'll be shut down right there. So again, very impressive defense there, and some excellent run support by the Basha Bears. And right there in the middle of all the action was that gentleman named Nicholas Schinker.
Yeah, an excellent job on the play there. Number 7, Nicholas Schenker coming up from his middle or kind of a jack-backer position there for the Basha Bears and making an excellent play there on the offense of Red Mountain.
Timeout taken on the field. We'll take the timeout with him. You're watching Red Mountain football on the Red Mountain Broadcast Network.
A proud sponsor of your Phoenix Suns and Arizona Coyotes.
Parker and Sons.
A partner with your Arizona Diamondbacks and contributor to the D-backs Give Back Foundation.
Parker and Sons.
A proud sponsor, donator, and volunteer for Arizona's Special Olympics.
Parker and Sons.
Parker is one of the most community-driven companies in Phoenix. A local family-operated company with award-winning installations and service for all your AC, plumbing, electrical, or water softener needs. Call 602-2REPAIR. That's 602, the number 2, REPAIR for Parker.
Back to live action. We go to Columbus Peebles on a crossing route. Good pass there from Derek Smith. Late penalty marker comes in. And let's sort this one out. Columbus Peebles with his third catch of the night. We'll find out what the penalty's all about.
Typically that'll be a holding penalty. We'll have to see what the officials rule here.
Reese Peebles, a gain of 4 on the reception. He was met right away. Dustin Torres, a linebacker, and then Caleb Jones simultaneous there. Let's see what this play is going to be ruled. 61 seconds to go on the Parker & Son scoreboard here from Red Mountain High School. And they're going to just tack on. It looks like 15 yards here. So a personal foul, a penalty assessed to the Basha Bears. Unsportsmanlike conduct. Good for 15 yards, James. And that was the boost that this drive needed right here with 61 seconds to go till halftime.
Yeah, an illegal shot to the head there on Basha, unfortunately for them, but Red Mountain the beneficiary, and they're going to get it going here from their own 40.
Reese Peebles, shadowed there by number 6, Micah Harper. Shotgun snap for Darren Smith. Wants to throw the ball. Throws the ball, and the ball is complete. Oh, it's in and out of the hands of Kelem Reese Peebles. In and out of the breadbasket that time. Tough break there for Kelem Reese Peebles.
Yeah, very unfortunate. Darren Smith felt the pressure coming up the field. He found the open man to the outside here, Kelem Reese Peebles, and unfortunately unable to haul that one in.
But Darren Smith did a nice job getting outside that pocket, extending the play with his legs, and he threw a strike. That was a good ball. It's a catchable pass. And let's be honest, James, the drop pass tote now, when you look at the numbers, it's starting to get up there. We're looking at about 25 drop passes this season. That is way too many plays being left out on the field.
Yeah, a nice job there. And, you know, that the protection up front was great. As you mentioned, Darren Smith able to make a play with his legs, get to the outside, keep the play going. But you don't catch the football, and nothing else matters.
1st and 15 for the 35-yard lines. Darren Smith, low snap, has all kinds of time, looking for the home run ball. Winds up, looking for the receiver, and it's Kelem Reese Peebles. And this time, there's an awful lot of contact that time. It was a collision, 2-on-1. And Darren Smith threw the ball down the middle of the field, tight spiral, and they're back for the coverage. Once again, Micah Harper, and also back there, I think it was 25. Double check that. Dylan Quinn, it looks like he was back there, but I like the opportunity, and I like the fact that they're taking chances, taking shots downfield here.
Yeah, great shot that time for Red Mountain. And credit to Darren Smith. A nicely thrown football there. Basically, the only one who was going to catch that was going to be Kelem Reese Peebles, or he was going to draw the contact foul, and he did indeed there, so that's going to move it down the field for Red Mountain, and they're going to keep the chains moving here.
So James, with the aid of penalties here, Red Mountain's able to move the football. 38.3 remaining in this first half. Now they've got the ball 1st and 10 from midfield. Ramses Rivera has checked into the near side, and again, Harper on the coverage. I'm taking a chance here just because I know he's already run the route deep. So here we go. This is Rivera. On a slant, he was there, and Darren Smith still has a chance. He throws, and the ball is caught by Deontay Elliott. Start, stop, and then drive forward towards the 1st down. And they just have to gang tackle Deontay Elliott. I just don't recall guys tackling Lance Lawson like that, where there's 5 and 6 guys around. That was so difficult to corral. So shifty and elusive. But Elliott is getting a lot of attention. Bring that young man down. He's a load.
He is. A credit to Elliott on that pass play there. Darren Smith trying to make something out of nothing. He evaded a heavy pass rush that time from Basha, able to deliver the football to Deontay Elliott, and he's able to make a couple of moves there, and didn't lose a whole lot of yardage once he was contacted, and that's credit to Deontay Elliott and keeping those legs turning.
Almost a jailbreak type situation there for Red Mountain, but 22.6 remain in the first half. It's 17-10 Mountain Lions. Mountain Lions got a touchdown run from Georgie Ramirez from 2 yards away. And a touchdown run from Deontay Elliott. Tack on a field goal from Connor Gardner. And that's where we stand now. 17-10. Mountain Lions lead it here.
Got to score. You got to score, Kevin.
Now the 2nd and 4 from the 44-yard line of the Basha Bears. So it's Darren Smith, flanked to his right is George Ramirez. Elliott is down on the sidelines right now. He appears to be okay. Good snap to Smith. Has time, winds up, throws, looking for a home run ball. It's going to be caught and then dropped by Ramses Rivera.
Oh my! What a heartbreaker!
You can't believe it.
What a ball!
The noise meter would have exploded here, and unfortunately, that picture-perfect pass was dropped in the end zone. So with 15.9, Red Mountain will get right back up on the horse and go after it again here. 3rd and 4 from the 44-yard line. Tough break right there. We talk about the drop balls, and they're really starting to sting one by one now. That was another touchdown pass for the hottest combination in high school football the first 4 weeks. Darren Smith to Ramses Rivera. Smith with time, dumps it off, and the ball is thrown just a little low. And perhaps the fuzz behind Rivera, but you can make a case that ball could have been caught also.
Yeah, that one should have been caught as well, and that could have been ran for the first down if he'd have put his foot in the ground and got to the outside there for about 2 more yards. But boy, that one before really hurt. That was a great pass by Darren Smith. And Ramses Rivera had outrun his coverage at that point, and he was just waiting for that football, and Smith put it right in there.
One thing, the Red Mountain offense is they're making the Basha secondary do gassers right now. And again, it's Rivera lined up to the near side. Darren Smith back to throw. Winds up, going deep, has Rivera again. He's there, and the ball is going to be picked off in the end zone. The ball's intercepted. That's going to be the 7th interception of the season for Darren Smith. Picked off by Micah Harper. And James, you got to be impressed with that quarterback, Micah Harper. They picked on him 3 or 4 times, and he answered the challenge just about every time.
Yeah, you mentioned the gassers they've been running here on this almost an entire drive, but no quit in the Basha secondary that time, and credit to them for hanging in there and being strong and being stout in coverage there after those multiple shots by Red Mountain on that drive.
I'm not just saying that's excellent clock work because I'm standing next to these guys, but with 6/10 of a second left on the clock, that's pretty good clock work. So the Basha Bears will take the final snap of this first half, and they'll take a knee. And for Red Mountain, they could go back to the locker room and talk about the offense. Some good in some areas, and some areas there is a lot to be designed for, and some areas of improvement.
Yeah, they've had some good running game here tonight. Deontay Elliott, obviously, in his debut, has done a great job. They're able to take some shots down the field. They've completed a few, but those drop passes are going to kill them.
It's halftime for Red Mountain High School on Homecoming 2018. All of our homecoming festivities coming up next. You're watching Red Mountain Football on the Red Mountain Football Broadcast Network.
For your halftime entertainment, please welcome the Red Mountain Varsity Cheer and Varsity Combine.
Oh, they're dancing. We can watch them.
please welcome to the field from Red Mountain, Marching Pride. This year's show entitled Aurora Borealis features the music Story Starry Night by Don McLean, music of the Sears, and Symphony Number 12 by Shostakovich. The Red Mountain Marching Band is under the direction of Jennifer Hamilton. The percussion instructors are Trevor Gipper and Michael Perez. The guard instructors are Aubrey Oliver and Jamie Warhus.
I am A. Tony Over, your student body vice president, and I'd like to welcome you to the 30th year of Red Mountain High School. On behalf of Mr. Ryan and our principal, our faculty, staff, and student body, we hope you are enjoying the homecoming football game. Let's give a big round of applause for our Red Mountain Spirit Line and our Red Mountain trainers down on the track. Also, please recognize our publications and yearbook staff for taking pictures for our yearbook. Tonight's halftime performance is brought to you by Current and Alumni Student Council. We'd also like to recognize band for their amazing performance. Before we begin with the senior nominees, we'd like to congratulate our underclassmen royalty. We have our junior prince and princess, Jimmy Kupadakis and Brianna Lemus. Our sophomore knight and maiden, Ryan Campos and Kendall Baker. And last but not least, our freshman lord and lady, Xavier Fendenheim and Brooklyn Brenner. Let's give a big round of applause to our underclass winners. And now for our senior king and queen nominees. Our first candidate is Nick Jones. Nick is on the varsity volleyball team and is involved with Link Crew, Engineering Club, and Bowling Club. Nick chose Mr. Middleton as his chaperone. Mr. Middleton has been his engineering teacher for 4 years now and has a great role model for Nick. Our next team candidate is Parker Walters. Parker is also on our Mountain varsity volleyball team. Parker chose Mr. Bray as his chaperone. Parker described Bray as someone who is connected and has a teacher-student relationship that made his class much more enjoyable. Even out of his class, Parker found himself coming back to ask about things he always needed help with. Luke Heisu is our next team candidate. Luke is on the varsity baseball team and participates in Club Interact. Luke chose Mr. Jones as his chaperone because he was his second favorite teacher, but the first one bailed on him. He is a great teacher and gives some good advice. Rounding out our team candidates is Shaq Daniels. Shaq plays on the varsity football team and is also involved in soccer and junior catchers. Shaq chose Mr. Hodges for his chaperone because he is exactly the person Shaq wants to be financially and in general when he grows up. He learned more in his class about life than any class ever. Let's give a big round of applause to all our team candidates. Now let's turn our attention to our senior queen candidates. Our first queen candidate is Cecilia Reitzman. Cecilia is Red Mountain's student body treasurer. Cecilia chose Miss Pomonas as her chaperone. She said, I chose Miss Pomonas because I look up to her. She has helped me through a lot. She pushed me to do things I would never thought of, and I can't thank her enough. She inspires me to be strong and go after things out of my comfort zone. Our next queen candidate is Kendra Bialy. Kendra is involved in Red Mountain Dance. Kendra chose Mr. Marquez as her chaperone. She said, he's one of the best teachers I've had. He really takes the time to get to know his students and is super patient with them. Not many teachers take initiative to bond with their students, but he does, and he is passionate about teaching. Our next queen candidate is Maggie Johnson. Maggie is involved in Edith's cosmetology program. Maggie chose Mrs. Whitting as her chaperone because she is a teacher that truly cares about her students. Maggie said, she inspires me because she teaches for the students. She also manages to be a mom on top of being a caring teacher. Our last queen candidate is Alexia Fowler. Alexia is the Red Mountain varsity cheer captain. Alexia chose Miss Oakland as her chaperone because she is a home away from home and she inspires her to be better every day. She pushes Alexia to go past her limits and to always do her best. Let's give a big round of applause for all our queen candidates. Tonight's winners are being crowned by 2017 homecoming queens, Miss Sarah Sabota and King Thomas DeMassa. Sarah is currently pursuing her passion for soccer and playing Chandler Gilbert Community College. Thank you for coming tonight, Sarah. Thomas is currently enrolled at the University of Arizona. Let's give it up one more time for these alumni. And the 2018 homecoming king is Nick Jones! And Red Mountain's 2018 homecoming queen is Cecilia Reitzman! We want to offer a special congratulations to our 2018 homecoming king and queen, Nick Jones and Cecilia Reitzman. All right, everybody, that's our show. Special thanks to all of our crew for helping with the royalty ceremony, and thank you for the 30 years of Red Mountain High School.
Returning to the field for the second half of visiting Basha Bears. And returning to the field for the second half, your Red Mountain Lions. The Red Mountain Marching Pride would like to acknowledge its sponsors, Ward's Lawn and Power Equipment, family owned and operated in Gilbert, Arizona since 1987, offering the best in quality outdoor power equipment, sales, parts, and service for home and commercial. Velocity Mechanical is your local family-owned and operated air conditioning contractor that believes your family's comfort is priority. Technical Systems provides a comprehensive solution in intrusion detection, access control, video surveillance, school crisis systems, monitoring, and network systems. For all your security and AV needs, call B&M Communications because you need to trust your security company. Milano Music Center, family-owned since 1946 in downtown Mesa, providing instruments, sheet music, and lessons. Tempe Marketplace, an interactive shopping, dining, and entertainment experience with over 100 shops and restaurants and more than 300 events a year. Music and Arts is your one-stop shop for everything you need to be the best musician you can be.
We welcome you back to Red Mountain High School, high atop the Palford Sons press box. Kevin Derryberry, alongside my broadcast partner James Poobie. Friday Night Football as the Mountain Lions playing host to the Basha Bears, and it's a 17-10 score here. James, the Basha Bears aren't going away anytime soon.
They're not going away without a fight, and they kept the fight going through the entire first half. They did not give up on anything there, even after at the end of the half there. But if you're Red Mountain, you want to make some adjustments at halftime. You want to catch the football. We talked about that during the halftime, off the air, if you will. And that's got to be paramount right now. Darren Smith is in the pocket. He's making plays with his feet, and the receivers got to meet him halfway. They got to catch the football.
You know, it's an epidemic at this point, and it's happened to not just one player, it's happened to a couple different players, and so you wonder what it is that makes up the mindset of a troubled receiver like that, or a troubled player that can't catch the football. It's got to wear on you a little bit, and you just got to maybe try to get them involved early with an easy play, an easy catch, and perhaps you can go from there.
Yeah, it's very mental. The game is probably 80% mental and 20% physical. But you got to get yourself in the right mindset, and as you mentioned, if they can get him a quick pass early, get some of those guys that have been having the drop problems, get them a ball early in the second half, get their confidence up, that might help change their mentality.
Some halftime numbers for the quarterback, Darren Smith, 12 of 21, 104 yards, and he does have one interception. And that was a tough break right there. And then Deontay Elliott making his debut here for the Mountain Lions. 16 carries, 92 yards and a touchdown, a 15-yard touchdown run. And we could talk about the moves that Deontay Elliott has, but the fact that this young man just glides with the rock, he's silky smooth, man. He looks the part here early on.
He is. He's very smooth and deceptively fast, too, Kevin. Doesn't look like he's running very fast, but he knows how to run behind his pads. He looks for contact, and that's exactly what you want from your running back.
Second half kickoff coming up. We are at the break. Our score, Red Mountain 17, Basha 10. We'll be right back.
Girls, watch out.
The Basha Bears will receive the second half kickoff in the third quarter. Red Mountain is defending the north goal. Picking off is number 25, Connor Gardner.
We welcome you back to the Parker & Sons press box from Red Mountain High School. Kevin Derryberry alongside James Poovey. And Connor Gardner puts this one in the air. He pushes it to the near side and up to come up with it and to fumble it was Micah Harper. Micah Harper was at the center of a lot of action in the first half as he was playing a cornerback position, and they were working on him quite a bit. As Darren Smith and this offensive unit were taking some shots down the field, maybe more shots down the field that we've seen in the first half all season long.
Yeah, nice to see them with the up-tempo, as we mentioned a lot of times during the first half. They're taking shots, not afraid to find the open receiver, and as long as those guys can start catching that ball here in the second half, it'll pay dividends for the offense.
Quick shout-out to Cannon Griner and the Griner family. Cannon out there at UW Stout football, gray shirting this year, going to play some quarterback next year. And here we are back to live action. This is Cole Lundberg, and Cole Lundberg with his best run of the night. And I asked one of their coaches going by, is Cole Lundberg healthy? Is he playing? And he said, yeah. He looked kind of surprised that I asked the question. I thought the usage of Cole Lundberg in the first half by the Basha Bears was seldom.
Yeah, it was very sparse, but a nice run that time for Cole Lundberg, showing a little bit of shake there as he approached the near sideline and avoiding Red Mountain tacklers, doing a great job carrying the ball for the Bears.
So Lundberg with a gain of 7 to start the second half. They go right back to Lundberg, and Lundberg is going to be squared up and stopped by Shaq Daniels. We talk about the word textbook. That was textbook right there. To square up, take him on, shoulder pad to shoulder pad, grab those legs and just stuck him. Nice play. Open field tackle by James Shaq Daniels.
Yeah, great job there by Shaq Daniels. He's coming off the edge that time for Red Mountain's defense. They pulled the backside guard and center there for Basha, and he stayed to the outside perfectly the whole time, read the play and diagnosed it and made the stuff. Excellent job there for Shaq Daniels.
With the spot, it'll be a TFL for Shaq Daniels playing some press coverage. This is Friend rolling out to the far side, and he throws a bomb, and it's going to be incomplete. Looking for Ty Sifferman. There is a penalty marker back in the area where the quarterback Friend got rid of the football. So we think two things. One, roughing the passer and maybe holding. So let's see what the official has to say here. First half numbers for Gabe Friend, 5 of 12 for just 33 yards and 2 interceptions. For a passing attack that was very respected coming into this contest, right now secondary and their defense has risen to the challenge for them tonight.
Yeah, they've been playing great coverage here for Red Mountain tonight, having DBs for the Mountain Lions. They're in excellent position most of the night, and they're not allowing those big plays from Basha that they've been known for.
17-10 our score. So after the roughing penalty, that's a 15-yard variety. That'll put the Basha Bears in Red Mountain territory with a 1st and 10 on the 48-yard line. Starting at quarterback again in the second half for the 4-1 Basha Bears is Gabe Friend, 6'2", 190. He's a junior. We mentioned that their starter, Connor Freeland, is out tonight, hasn't even dressed. Pistol formation, they run it to Schinker, and Schinker's going to be stuck in the backfield, and there's 2 guys that greeted him. One was Anthony Giraldi, and the other one's double nickels, Charlie Ola. Great job of run pursuit and great job of run stuffing defense by Andy's boys.
Yeah, nice job up front there, Charlie Ola. Nice little swim move there on the offensive lineman, able to get right through there and hit that running back right in the mouth before he could get his legs going.
No gain on the play, 2nd and 10 for the 48-yard line. Vasquez lined up on the far side. He'll go one-on-one with Camden Mateen. That's a matchup to watch. Looking that way. Friend over the middle of the field. The ball's caught by Ty Sifferman at the 35-yard line. And Ty Sifferman secures the football, then turns upfield for extra yardage. He is just a game.
What a great job by Sifferman that time, catching the ball over the middle. A little bit high was that pass, but he able to go up and get it, exposed himself there to the defensive backs for Red Mountain, but able to haul it in and hold it through. And what a great play there for Sifferman, moving those chains for the Basha Bears.
6 catches for 49 yards on the night for Ty Sifferman. 5 catches, 33 yards in the first half. That one good for 16 right there. Basha moving the rock right to left. First drive of the second half, 17-10 our score. And now we're going to get a stop and play, taking a timeout on the field. Now the Basha Bears and their head coach, Chris McDonald, But the Basha Bears are moving the football here, first drive of the second half. We always go back to halftime. What's discussed at halftime? We talked to Gabe Marquez here at the break and Sage Hattery, just to get a little feel of what was said at halftime. Gabe Marquez, honest answer. He said he was involved in the homecoming festivities at the break, so he missed the halftime conversation. But I mentioned off the air with you that Pete's been in a mood this week, and tonight in particular. And so you just have to wonder what the feeling is like and what was said at halftime. But I go back to the point, and that was the adjustments made. What kind of adjustments did this offensive unit make and the defensive unit make?
Yeah, Red Mountain, one of the best in the state at making halftime adjustments. That's credit to the assistant coaches on the staff there for Mike Peterson. And rest assured, there were a number of things discussed in the locker room at halftime. One of those going to be drop passes, but they got to stop this Basha offense here.
4 wide receivers set for Friend. Out of the pocket, throws far side, caught by Sifferman. His 7th catch, and he's got the first down. He'll turn the corner and go up the sideline for about 3 or 4 more yards. One thing about Sifferman does, and he does it quickly, he makes the catch, secures the football, and he's always making a football-related move up the field.
Yeah, very heady play that time. Able to get in position was Sifferman. Haul that one in, and like you said, he's up the field in a hurry for the Basha Bears.
7 catches, 58 yards for Ty Sifferman. 9:47 to go. 3 wide receivers to the near side for Gabe Friend and the pistol. High snap over the middle of the field. The ball's caught and hit immediately by Georgie Ramirez, who was number 6, Michael Harper, penalty marker for
Yeah, we'll see what this penalty flag is here. Nice catch there for Harper and a great delivery from Friend as well. But that's going to come back for Basha. Unfortunately, it looks like a holding call there on the Bears.
We have an all-star staff here tonight. Your View Cox Communications here televising tonight's game. So the Mountain Lions getting a lot of love around the state. Chris Harris, Dale Hellstray with that broadcast call. Special thank you to Tyler Ebel, our public address announcer here at Red Mountain High School. Always a pleasure to work side by side with Tyler. 17-10 our score. And I received a note at halftime as the Valley Vista Monsoon led Pinnacle 20-14 at the break. So Dana Zupke's boys and Spencer Rattler have their work cut out for him here. 1st and 15 from the 26-yard line. Friend, quick pass to Sifferman. Double pass, going for the end zone, and a wide open receiver. He makes the catch in the end zone for a touchdown.
On the halfback pass, Ty Sifferman complete to number 3, Mateo.
Perfectly executed double pass that time from the Basha Bears, able to hit that quick screen to the outside. That sucked up the linebackers and the defensive backs, and that let a man go free behind them, and it was all she wrote that time for Basha.
Ty Sifferman, the do-it-all standout for the Basha Bears. 21-yard connection to the wide receiver, Mateo Estrado.
Sifferman tried the extra point.
The Basha Bears and Ty Sifferman are an extra point away from tying up this ball game. It's all about Ty Sifferman right now.
Yeah, don't go anywhere. This is going to be a dandy finish.
Penalty marker down.
It's always tough to discern the breakdown in coverage on what happens there. It's a fire drill defensively. Once the first pass is made, defensively, we talked about it. How do you deal with that as a linebacker or a cornerback? I'm sure there's some freezing action going on in there, but what happens? How does that break down like that?
Well, when you're sitting in the zone coverage like that, the natural tendency as soon as you see that quick pass to the outside is to close on that ball carrier, and that's exactly what the DBs and linebackers did on that one, and they sucked those guys up, and then that allows the quarterback to throw it over the head there, or excuse me, the running back that time, Sifferman, to throw it over the defensive back's head. There was somebody in tow for that one for the Basha Bears.
Ty Sifferman, a 21-yard touchdown pass to Mateo Estrada. 9:17 to go in this 3rd quarter. Our score, Basha 17, Red Mountain 17, and we have ourselves a ball game. Much like last week, Red Mountain had a chance to bury Westview, and they weren't able to do it. And here tonight, they've had opportunities to really put some distance between them and the Basha Bears, and they have not been able to capitalize on it.
Basha has come out a different ball club in the second half here. And you can see that Coach Kyle Enders here on the sideline getting after his defense. And he knows they can play better than they are right now. And they're going to have to do that because Basha has tied this one up. And we'll see how the Red Mountain offense responds here with a drive of their own.
You don't see Coach Enders animated like that a lot, but he is getting after it right now.
Red Mountain Fall Athletics are sponsored by Lacey Alvarado, an American Family Insurance. If you want to see your team driver, consider the award.
It's a very proud group, no question about it. Next week we've got the Skyline Coyotes in town. And just in terms of a rivalry and what's at stake, it won't get any more nasty than what you'll see here on the field next Friday night.
Yeah, it should be a great one. Red Mountain and Skyline, always a good game. Over the last couple of seasons, we've had a couple of dandies, both here at home and over at Skyline. And you mentioned that proud defensive unit for Red Mountain. They pitched one shutout at Dobson 60-0 and came close twice at Cesar Chavez, and then home here to open the season. They almost pitched a shutout to the Desert Ridge Jaguars. So a very proud defensive unit there, and Coach Kyle Enders will get them right and tight. Make rest assured on that.
Coach Enders has 2 defensive shutouts to his ledger as the defensive coordinator, taking over from Mike Peterson, who was named head coach last summer. 17-17 tie. We mentioned that the all-time series between these two schools favors Red Mountain. They lead 3-0. Last year at Basha, 27-21. And we are deadlocked here. 9-17 to go. It will be most interesting to see how this Red Mountain offense responds now in the 17-17 deadlock.
Yeah, you want to look for them to be up-tempo much as they were during most of the first half. And this is a great time to wear out that Basha defense.
Rivera from a half a yard deep takes it out to the 15, to the 20, out across the 25-yard line, and they'll be tackled right there. Special teams work made by the Basha Bears, led by number 19, Chris Ramos. Ramos, a cornerback, he's a senior, 5'7", 160. One thing that we saw over the last couple of weeks is the size and stature of these players. Small in stature, but big in game and big in speed.
Yeah, a lot of these Red Mountain guys are not the biggest, but they know how to play behind their pads, and they play way bigger than the numbers on the stat sheet.
Deontay Elliott, the deep back, Darren Smith under center. They want to run it first play through. They go up the middle with it, and Deontay Elliott just lowers the shoulder and lowers his head, and they just power out 9 yards on that run, right behind Francisco Saucedo.
Had Carter Lee coming in motion. He dug out the defensive end and opened up the hole there in the middle for number 28, Deontay Elliott. And like you said, a nice 9-yard run there for Elliott.
46, the tight end out there. Gonna get a check on that. This is Elliott. Starts inside, cuts it outside, and he's gonna have about a 4-yard run. So nice job there of Elliott, kind of just sliding away from that pressure and found just a small crease there, enough to slither his body right through there and get the much-needed line to gain. It's a 1st and 10 for Red Mountain, their first of the second half.
Yeah, nice stretch play there, designed to go to the right-hand side. Nothing home there, a lot of traffic. Deontay Elliott able to get it back to the other side and pick up the first down.
Elliott, the deep back, they give it to him again, and he'll just glide right through the left guard that time, working behind Charlie Holbach. And after that run is complete, as Elliott finishes run, another 5-yard crack for Deontay Elliott over the century mark now in this one.
Yeah, great carry there once again for Elliott, and if you're Red Mountain's offense, you'll take that every single time. 5 yards a pop. Keep moving that football, and that is going to open up the run game, suck those DBs and linebackers up, and then look for Darren Smith to take a shot over the top.
2 wide receivers to the near side. High snap, that's going to disrupt the timing, and here comes the rush, and that's Darren Smith. He's going to be sacked. Sacked by number 24.
Caleb Jones, number 24.
Caleb Jones. And Caleb Jones was right in there, and the timing of the bad snap threw off everything, advantage Basha Bears.
Yeah, usually Darren Smith able to get out of a jam like that, but not that time. The snap a bit too high. And credit to 24, Caleb Jones, being in there in the right place at the right time and stuffing the quarterback.
Possession play here for Darren Smith. Full wide receiver package. Smith back to throw. The ball's going to be batted down. It was swatted down at the line of scrimmage. The big fellow for the Basha Bears, number 79, Joe Lee. He also plays on that left guard spot for the Basha Bears. That was a big-time defensive play as he looked like Lyle Alzado out there throwing up those big hits back down.
Yeah, credit to the defensive line coach there, teaching him to get his hands up as soon as that quarterback cocks his arm back. And a nice job there for Joe Lee getting that swat.
This is Gardner on that left foot, and he gets a great Red Mountain bounce, and unable to advance that football with a return is Micah Harper. So Connor Gardner, great punt, will go about that average at 34 and some change. He got the great roll that time.
Yeah, great roll there for Red Mountain, and they covered it well as they could on that one. So that's going to put Basha kind of in a hole here, starting about their own 17-yard line to begin this drive.
Unofficially, a 43-yard punt for Connor Gardner. Another one inside the 20 for the junior standout. 6:41 to go in this third quarter. We are tied at 17. Basha starting to find some momentum. They run it again to Cole Lundberg. They stretch him out on the far side, and there is a pack of mountain lions there to make it difficult. Kumi there in the vicinity along with Alexander Randall.
These defensive linemen for Red Mountain do such a great job of running down the line of scrimmage. They're very sound fundamentally. They use their hands very well, and they're very agile with their feet. They're doing a great job up front of diagnosing the pulls and the traps that the Basha Bears are trying to do here, and trying to beat them most of the time on that.
Second and 10 from the 18-yard line. Red Mountain showing a blitz. They don't come. Flying to the far side. Completion made. And there is a trio of tacklers there to gang up on the wideout. Braden Jansen there first. Anthony
completed number 4, Andy Robinson.
In the hunt.
Braden Jansen on the tackle.
Catch made by Andy Robinson, his first of the night. Short game. So the Basha Bears
will be 3rd and 4 for
the ball on their own 24-yard line. Will face a 3rd and 4 here. Inside 5:30 to go in this third quarter, as time will become a factor here before too long.
Yeah, we mentioned the tongue lashing there that the defense got for Red Mountain by Coach Kyle Enders, and they are taking heed and playing hard here.
Friend back to pass, fires over the middle, and the pass appears to be complete to Ty Sifferman. And Sifferman, with his 8th catch of the night, continues
pick up a 6 of the 1st and 10 for the
Basha Bears.
Yes.
He's so heady, James, because he knows where the stakes are. He gets beyond the marker and sets in that little zone and makes himself a great target.
Yeah, and he's not very tall. Ty Sifferman standing there at 5'11", but he's doing a great job. Unfortunately for him, he did walk off a little bit gingerly to the sideline. He's holding his back over there.
A team to the near side, no help with Vasquez. They run it on the ground and running the rock that time for the Basha Bears. This time it's Schenker. He runs into Francis Kumi. Francis Kumi does not have a sack yet. And we're thinking that Francis is going to get a sack here tonight.
Yeah, we're looking for him to do something on the defensive side for Red Mountain. And he's made a number of tackles here, but look for him to get in the backfield and start wreaking havoc here. If you're Gabe Friend, you wish you could have that last play back. You'll see that mismatch here on the near side of the field in film.
High snap. Again, they go to the ground, and they're making it difficult. Down on the bottom of that pile. Giraldi up top. Alexander Randall down low.
Nice job there for the defensive line of Red Mountain, knifing in and making the stop there, making it very difficult for Basha. And this is going to be a big-time 3rd down here upcoming for the Red Mountain defense.
Those guys up front for the Basha Bears, James Noss, the right guard, 6'1", 260. The right tackle is Matt DiPodesta, 6'1", 235. The left tackle is Roman DeWeiss, 6'5", 290. He's a hoss. Friend over the middle again. Pass complete. Out across the 42-yard line. Making the reception this time was Mateo Estrada, and Estrada is starting to get into the action.
Pickup of 9 the first down there for the 42.
I stand corrected. That was Ty Sifferman making his 10th catch of the ball game. I did see through the binoculars Mateo Estrada leave the scene, but after Ty Sifferman hauled in his 10th reception of this contest. First and 10 for the 42-yard line. Again, they go to a wide receiver screen on the far side.
Yeah, Red Mountain's got to close a little bit better there on the far side of the football field. They got to wrap those guys up. They're making initial contact in the backfield, but the Basha Bears are eluding tacklers and picking up positive yardage.
Andy Robinson with a 6-yard reception from Gabe Friend. Clock stopped with 3 minutes to go. This first quarter, 17-17 tie. The Basha Bears moving right to left now. They give it to Cole Lumberg. He starts right, darts inside. Very low ground is Cole Lumberg. Charlie Hola there to make the stop. Full Red Mountain. Short game there for Cole Lumberg. This is a big play for this Mountain Line defense. They face a 3rd 3 on the 49-yard line.
Yeah, they want to get a stop here and get that football back, have decent field position to begin their next drive and try to go down and score. Basha wants to do the same thing here. They want to pick up the first down and keep moving those chains.
Basha lined up with 3 wide receivers. It's Friend in the pistol formation. Takes the snap, looks to the near side, and he makes a pass out to Ty Sifferman. And Sif doesn't pull this one in. Penalty markers all over the place. I'm going to say illegal shift on this one.
Looks like a false start is what they rule on the field. So that's going to hurt Basha. That's going to back them up 5. That's going to be about a 3rd and 8 upcoming now. Different set of plays available to you, but also a few different plays available on 3rd and 8 for the Red Mountain defense as well.
Back in the day, James, the Basha Bears defense took a lot of jokes at the front of their defense, led by their head coach, Gerald Todd. They were getting hammered on week in and week out, left and right, is what I was trying to say. Trying to come up with a Don Derryberry comment, something my dad would say, but the Basha Bears through 5 games in 2018 have only allowed 66 points. So their defense is much improved. This is a very, very different Basha Bear football team led by Chris McDonald than you've seen in years past. There's Friend back to throw, fires over the middle of the field. The ball is tipped off the middle linebacker, I believe. I think Braden Jansen got a fingertip on one. Nice defensive play for Jansen, give him the pass defended. And on 3rd down, that was huge because that'll bring on the punting unit for the Basha Bears. Great defense there by Braden Jansen.
Yeah, that's all want to right there, Kevin. The ball thrown obviously above the head of 5'9" Braden Jansen. But he made the extra effort to go up and knock that one out of the air, force the incompletion and the punt here upcoming for Basha. Nice job on defense there for Red Mountain and the whole unit.
In punt formation is Carter Hill. Let's see if Zemo gets a chance here. High kick, Molina comes up, catches it on the run, and he's going to be stacked up at the 29-yard line with no advancement. Dangerous play there by Zach Molina, but you have to credit the Basha Bears. Britton Burke coming up and making a great special teams play. What could have been a big play for Zach Molina.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised he didn't fair catch that one. There's a lot of traffic around, and after the time he caught that football, but credit him able to haul it in and get a couple yards there before he was stuck by that special teams unit of Basha.
JP, that was one of those risk-reward type plays. Huge risk, could have been but also had a chance to house one. Jarquel Garner looks like he's the tailback to begin this drive. As Darren Smith lines up in the pistol formation. This is Smith on the scramble. He'll run with it, and he'll lower the shoulder, and he's going to call off 5 yards right there. Darren Smith with some toughness. Full Red Mountain football. That looked like Cannon Griner running the football right there.
Very Griner-esque with Darren Smith on that play. They're able to use his feet once again. And not only that, but once he got contact, he pushed him forward and picked up a couple more.
Jarquel Garner with a little acceleration on the left side. And the tempo has increased here. Jarquel Garner Really nice run right there.
He is going to be third down about a yard and a half to go,
will
just
get away
inside
with
the
Deontay
38.
Elliott. So on 3rd and 1 from their own 39-yard line, what does Tabor Lamar and Chris Andriatis dial up right here? Running out to the near side is Jared Wilson. 2 wide receiver packets is Reese Peebles and Wilson right now. This is Deontay Elliott, and Elliott very low to the ground, dives for the first down.
For a Red Mountain.
Low center of gravity for Deontay Elliott. And number 28 right there, 5'10", a buck 80.
43-yard line.
Another first down run right there. The second effort got the first down.
Yeah, great play call there by the offensive coordinators for Red Mountain. They drew up a little draw play there. There was 3 techniques. They were both lined up to the outside of the guards, and so they were able to run that one right up the middle for the Red Mountain first down. Excellent job.
2 wide receivers for Darren Smith on a double move. Has Reese Peebles, and Reese Peebles dives, and does he make the reception? Yes, he does. The Slim Reaper getting it done once again.
Darren Smith's pass, a leaping catch is made
Reese
by
Peebles with an outstanding reception on a perfectly thrown ball by Darren Smith.
Yeah, great protection up front. Darren Smith able to set his feet, deliver that football to Clem Reese Peebles, and more important, he hauled it in.
Gain of 25. They run to the left side. This is Deontay Elliott. And Elliott's going to have a yard, maybe 2 this time. Excellent defense that time. On the right side, the Basha Bears coming up to make the hit was Storm Mendoza.
Yeah, Coach Chris McDonald on the Basha sideline, furious. He wanted a penalty there on the Red Mountain offensive lineman, saying that they're holding the defensive lineman. But once again, Red Mountain doing a great job, and they got to keep this tempo up.
Final 10 seconds of this third quarter, 17-17 tie. Stu body left, they go to Deontay Elliott. Deontay makes the first man miss, glides through the hole, and they're going to stop him after about a 6-yard run. But Deontay Elliott slips sliding away down the field right there.
Yeah, he is very elusive, very slippery as he comes through there. Nice job. I love that stretch play that Red Mountain is running, or excuse me, that quick toss play they've run a couple times here tonight, and it's been successful both times. Got to get back to that one very quickly.
Elliott busts off another 6-yard run for Red Mountain.
Friday, October 19th, our last home game, and OBC tonight will honor our football players, athletic trainers, equipment managers,
Red Mountain
senior
17,
band,
the
cheer,
Basha
and
Bears
members.
17. Fourth quarter
We'd like to once
coming
again
up.
thank CX Hunto for providing the varsity team's Thursday meal this week. And again, if you are interested in purchasing a Red Mountain University trip to help support the track and football
Partner
programs,
with your
stop by
Arizona
the
Diamondbacks
RMHS
and contributor to the
or
Diamondbacks
order
Kidney
form.
Foundation.
Parker and Sons.
A proud sponsor, donator, and volunteer for Arizona Special Olympics.
Parker and Sons.
Partner is one of the most community-driven companies in Phoenix, a local family-operated company with award-winning installations and service for all your AC, plumbing, electrical, or water softener needs. Call 602-2-REPAIR. That's 602, the number 2, REPAIR for Parker and Sons.
3rd and 7 from the 20-yard line. Trail to the air. Goes over the middle, and it's caught by Carter Wheat, and he makes the reception around the 8-yard line, and he's going to be tackled around the 4-yard line. He's spotted at the 5. And you talk about a tight window, that's exactly what Garrett Strill did. There might have been guys on the outside, but he knew exactly what. Some highlights there from Garrett Strill from last week's game. How about Garrett Strill with a 23-yard run? They took it off the scoreboard. We are in a duel here tonight. 12 minutes to go in this fourth quarter. Red Mountain 17, Basha 17, and my broadcast partner James Poopy just handed me one of the coldest waters you could experience here.
Tonight's game is being broadcast on YourView Channel 4. The game we replay tonight directly after the broadcast on Channel 4. Go to yourview.com for more information. That's YURVIEW, yourview.com.
Career win number 15 for the East Valley Region Coach of the Year last season, Mike Peterson.
Lions face a 3rd down and 4 for the Bears 26 as we begin the fourth quarter.
Let's find out what he got for his birthday after the game, Kevin.
He got some Cheetos.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
3rd and 4 from the 26-yard line. There goes Wheat in motion. Under center, Darren Smith looking for Wheat. Wheat out the flat, makes the catch, and a great open field tackle by the Basha Bears.
Carter Wheat, he is upended by number 6, Michael Harper.
Oh, my.
After a gain of a yard, it'll be 4th and 3 to 25.
Carter Wheat, that'll bring up a 4th down situation here. That was clutch defense.
That was clutch. That was textbook tackling there. Micah Harper, 165.
Connor Gardner
tackle
comes
number
on for a
99.
field goal
Carter
attempt.
Lee
It'll be
giving him about
42 yards.
45, maybe 50 pounds there to the tight end for Red Mountain. An excellent job there for the defensive Basha.
So Connor Gardner's on for a 42-yard field goal attempt. Good snap, placement down. The kick has leg, and it is just a little bit short.
Gardner's kick is just short, no good.
It looked like it had
In
the
high
leg,
school, that
and it
is a
just
touchback.
died
It'll be first
as
and
it
10 Bears at the 20.
fell short on that crossbar. So 11-17 to go in the fourth quarter. Basha Bears defense gets a stop, no points for Red Mountain, and the momentum swings back in the side of the Basha Bears.
Yeah, they're going to be on offense here. So if you're Red Mountain, you want to get a 3 and out, try to get them off the field, get your offense back on the field. Just inside the first part of the fourth quarter here, 17-17 ball game. Should be a great one. Look for Basha to try to get the running game going and maybe take a couple shots down the field as well.
Quick shout out to offensive coordinator and quarterbacks coach for the Basha Bears, Mike Brown, one of the good guys. Coach McDonald stole him away from the Red Mountain staff. This is Friend of the air, and it's batted down at the line of scrimmage by Anthony
Friend's pass
Giraldi.
incomplete. It was knocked down by Anthony Giraldi.
Right in there,
Second attempt.
mixing it up at the line of scrimmage, throwing up those big hands of his and swatting that one down. Huge defensive play there by Giraldi.
Yeah, nice job. Anthony Giraldi making the pass deflection there for Red Mountain and forcing the second down and 10 here upcoming for Basha.
We haven't seen that dime package as much as I thought we would here. Hiram Boren playing with that club, and Devin Bracey taking hands going in there, getting after the quarterback. Second and 10 from their own 20-yard line. This is Gabe Friend out of the gun. Back to throw. Has some time. Winds up. Looking deep. Pretty ball. And it's going from a team. And it's
Gabe Friend's pass is incomplete.
No call on the team, but that was Jesus
Vasquez.
And James, did you happen to see a couple of shirt tugs in there on that one?
Yeah, a couple in that one. Luckily, they were not called there on Red Mountain, but nice job in coverage there from Jesus Vasquez and George Ramirez right there as well.
We are tied at 17 apiece on this homecoming contest. Red Mountain in a dogfight here tonight. This is a game that they really like to be in. A heavyweight bout, just taking shots and delivering shots. And will they be able to deliver the final blow here yet tonight? Third and 10 from the 20-yard line. Friend to the outside. It's incomplete. Big break there for Red Mountain.
Gabe Friend's pass incomplete. Intended for Cole Lundberg. It'll be 4th and 10.
He was trying to get the ball into the hands of Cole Lundberg, and that pass just died.
Yeah, very unfortunate because Lundberg was all alone out there in the flat for Basha. If you'd have caught that one, no telling how far he could have took that. He probably would have at least got the first down and maybe a little bit more.
Double checking my notes here, James. I don't believe that Red Mountain has recorded a sack here in this one.
I don't think they have. That's credit to Basha's offensive line and as well as the play of Gabe Friend, able to elude the pass rush of Red Mountain.
This is Carter Hill in punt formation. Let's see if Zach Molina gets a chance to return one. The Basha Bears kicker a couple of years ago was Becca Longo. Becca Longo, a female kicker, was a 6A Premier Region honorable mention kicker. Gone on to play college football, Becca Longo.
Adams State up in Colorado.
I think it is Adams State. Good call. So a penalty assessed to Red Mountain. Not enough for the first down. So it was encroachment on Red Mountain. 5-yard penalty. So Hill will kick it from his own 10-yard line. Great snap. And here comes the rush. And Red Mountain nearly got it. And Zach Molina is just going to get the hell out of the way of that one.
I don't know how they didn't get that punt block there, Kevin. There was 3 guys coming in the face of the punter there from Red Mountain, but somehow he's able to get that one off.
Carter Hill did a nice job of the concentration.
Don't forget about those concession stands. Pure Concessions partnering with Red Mountain Football. Head down to enjoy a glass of
My
homemade
grandmother
lemonade,
would say
kettle corn, hot dogs,
HE
pretzels, and a variety of other yummy treats.
18 double hockey
Cash, credit, debit cards accepted.
Certainly meant to say heck.
Don't forget, Lion fans, you can
We
watch the
are
game in real time or
not
play it back
17
by visiting
apiece.
the Red Mountain
How does the
Athletics
Red
website,
Mountain
clicking on the
offense
live stream
respond
button.
here? Kalem Reese-Peebles lines up to the near side. Darren Smith will take this snap on her center. It's Deontay Elliott, the deep back. They give to Elliott, and Elliott glides for the first 4 and works extra diligently for the final yard.
Deontay Elliott, the ball carrier,
Elliott
picks up
is
4.
face first down on the turf right now for the Red
We have an
Mountain
injured player.
Outlaws.
Officials timeout.
So we'll keep an eye on this.
And that is not what you want to see there. I believe that Deontay Elliott is coming off the field.
Okay.
That's got to be somebody else there in the middle. I was just about to talk about Deontay Elliott. You talk about Glide. We've said that a number of times this evening. Clyde the Glide Drexler. I don't know what we're going to call Deontay Elliott, but he is very smooth out there on the football field.
So indeed, Deontay has come off the field, but the player for Red Mountain is face down and has not moved. And Mike Peterson is crouched over him at this time as we try to speculate here from the press box who that is. I heard somebody over my shoulder say it was Salcedo, but we will look for Francisco on the sideline here.
That would be a huge loss if that's Francisco Salcedo.
And now he's going to get up to his knees. So it's not, this is Ben Bray. My goodness. So this offensive line is taking a beating here tonight. Now the good thing is Ben Bray is walking off and running off under his own power. And the reason that is significant, because he is now the starting center because Costin Cooley has not returned. Cooley's got a bad left ankle, and he has not come back in this game. He's still dressed out in uniform, but now you wonder who the third string center is.
Yeah, third string will be in here for at least one play as Bray has to come off for the injury. But hopefully he'll be able to go right back in there. Looks like he was talking to the offensive line coach, and he should be okay. They're going to check him out on the sideline just to make sure of a couple things.
So this is Elliott. Elliott up the middle, and a big hole in the middle.
Elliott straight ahead.
Tacklers with him was Deontay
Tackled by
Elliott.
Nathan Lloyd. That's good for a Red Mountain first down.
Gain of
To the Bear,
13 yards for
43.
Deontay Elliott.
Gain of 13.
And a 1st and 10 for the Red Mountain Mountain Lions. And he went right up the middle there behind the new center.
Yeah, it was a great job. They went right at it, right up the center. And Deontay Elliott, once again, very smooth running that football and picking up yardage for the Mountain Lions.
Francisco Salcedo is your center. They give us to Elliott that jump cut, and then they run right into him and tackle him. Great pursuit of the football by the Basha Bear defense. Caleb Jones. They got two 24s. Twice, that's Caleb Jones.
Yeah, I believe that was Caleb Jones on the stop there. He's made a number of stops here for Basha tonight, and coming up and thumping Red Mountain on that one.
So it looks like maybe Bray is cramping as they stretch him out on the near sideline. So Saucedo will remain in at center. The near wide receiver is Jared Wilson. Darren Smith under center, looking left all the way. Pass fires complete by Carter Wheat. Carter Wheat makes the reception. And this full steam ahead barrels down would-be tacklers. And this time he took on Ty Sifferman that time. And Sif and Carter Wheat doing battle on the other side of the ball. We've seen Sif do it on the other side, and now Red Mountain offense trying to get it going. Quick tempo here. Play fake. Smith stops, evades pressure, and then gets thrown down to the ground on a sack by Caleb Jones.
Yeah, nice pressure on the interior that time from Basha. Darren Smith tried to flush out of the pocket, get something going with his feet there, but too much rush in his face that time from the Basha Bears.
Loss of 9, maybe 4th and 14.
Big play by the Basha Bear defense on that series. And unfortunately, for right now, not able to get anything going here. So Connor Gardner in punt formation from his own 39-yard line. Good snap. Here comes the rush. And Gardner gets it away. Making the fair catch at the 23-yard line was Ty Sifferman.
17-yard line by Sifferman.
And how about number 16, Jackson Beecher, getting down the field in a hurry there for Red Mountain special teams, ready to take on that ball carrier if he was to try and run it.
Dry Force Water Removal Specialist.
Basha Bears are playing inspired football here.
Christensen Oral Surgery.
On the road at Red Mountain in an absolute dogfight. Mountain Lions and the Bears.
And Realty
talk about
Monica Timpani, first and 10 Bears.
Animals out there in the wilderness mixing it up. Out here in the free world here. First and 10 from the 17-yard line is the Basha Bears. It's Gabe Fernell, play fake. Wide receiver screen set up to Silverman. Zimmerman tries to spin out of a tackle, and Charlie Holma and friends, including Alexander Randall, are going to push him out of bounds. A late hit comes in, and unfortunately for Alexander Randall, he might get tagged for 15, but Zimmerman did not go down. To his credit, showed a lot of toughness, but when the play was over with, he ended up near the track here at Red Mountain High School.
Yeah, he got swung around there on the sideline. He took a kid out, unfortunately, on the sideline for Red Mountain, but he checked on him, made sure he was okay before he returned to the field of play. Very classy there, move by Ty Zimmerman.
Late hit personal foul.
So Randall's going to get tagged for a 15-yard unsportsmanlike, and unfortunately for him, that's a tough call because he was just trying to finish up the play, and he played to the whistle, if you like.
Yeah, he did, and Zimmerman was giving it all he had until the whistle as well there, trying to get extra yardage for the Basha Bears, and a tough call there against the defender, just trying to finish the job, as you mentioned.
You might remember Ryan Kelly, a highly recruited player out of Basha, initially committed to Oregon and went to Arizona State, but since Ryan Kelly played a football game here at Red Mountain, he got roughed up and has not been the same. And there's a pass to the near side. It's broken up by Braden Jansen.
Pass incomplete intended for Zimmerman.
Not sure if Braden actually got to that one, but if he did, that's his second or third pass defense tonight. And nice job there for that linebacker, getting over there, covering some real estate, making a play.
Yeah, once again, Braden Jansen, I misquoted earlier, he's 5'7", Kevin, and he gets up and plays way taller than that. Nice job on the pass deflection there for the Red Mountain defense.
Full wide receiver set here for the Basha Bears. Clock stopped with 8:07 to go in this fourth and final quarter. 17-17 tie. Friend back to throw. Pass is intended for Lundberg, and it's over his head. Right there with the coverage was that sandbacker, number 6, Isaac Thompson, the it factor, getting it done.
Yeah, nice job there on the outside by Isaac Thompson, shutting that play down. But how about number 90, Alexander Randall, coming up the middle, providing the pressure and forcing that errant pass from Gabe Friend. A nice job there for AR.
Red Mountain still looking for their first sack. Those boys up front, Nas, DePodesta, DeWise, and Lee, all doing a great job for this Basha Bear offensive line. Friend back to throw. Here comes the pressure. He escapes the pressure, dumps it off into the flat. Ball caught at the 50-yard line, out to the 40-yard line, and it's thrown out of bounds there. Making the reception, Mateo Estrada. That's a big gainer for the Basha Bears, and they're in business right now in a 17-17 tie.
Yeah, nice reception there for Estrada, able to take it up the far side of the football field. He was accosted there near the sideline by number 20, Jesus Vasquez, who maintained excellent outside position from his defensive back position, and was able to make the stop there on the wide receiver for Basha.
Estrada, a 21-yard catch and run, knocked out of bounds by Jesus Vasquez. Friend, right back in business. He'll hand it off this time, going up the middle. I think Cole Lundberg, the ball carrier. Nope, check that. That was Schenker, but there to meet him was Charlie Hola.
Yeah, nice play there by Hola. Able to get up the field and make the stop. Nice textbook defensive tackle. And he wrapped him up very good there for the Red Mountain defense.
Kevin Derryberry alongside James Movie. James, glad you could be with us. Gave us a scare this morning. JP made it, put the time in, and he is here tonight. 7:17 to go in a 17-17 tie. And now Chris McDonald and the Basha Bears will take their second timeout of this first half. We'll take the timeout with them. You're watching Red Mountain Football on the Red Mountain Football Broadcast Network.
Join Kevin Derryberry, the K-Man, on the Lions Den podcast.
Arizona Coyotes.
Parker and Sons.
A partner with your Arizona Diamondbacks and contributor to the D-Backs Give Back Foundation.
Parker and Sons.
A proud sponsor, donator, and volunteer for Arizona's Special Olympics.
Parker and Sons.
Parker is one of the most community-driven companies in Phoenix. A local family-operated company with award-winning installations and service for all your AC, plumbing, electrical, or water softener needs. Call 602-2-REPAIR. That's 602, the number 2, REPAIR for Parker and Sons.
Channel 4 of Cox Cable. It will be replayed tonight directly after the broadcast on Channel 4. Go to yourview.com for more information.
I think everybody wanted to hear that highlight from Garrett Strail again.
Following the timeouts. Second down and 9 Bears.
7:12 to go, fourth quarter. The Basha Bears with the football on the Red Mountain 39-yard line. Basha trying to take the lead for the first time on this drive. This is Friend. And Friend drops it off to Zimmerman. He's in open space to the 30 to 25-yard line.
Friend with a
It'll
dump
be
off to
tackled
Zimmerman,
around the
breaks the
20-yard
tackle,
line.
and picks up the
Ty
first
Zimmerman
down.
getting loose once again for the Basha Bears.
How about Zimmerman that time? But an
Tackle
excellent
by
play
number
once again from
22,
Gabe
George
Friend.
Ramirez.
Red Mountain has double A-gap pressure on. They're coming up the middle. They flush him out of the pocket, but somehow Friend able to stand in there and deliver the football to Zimmerman. And what a great play there for Basha.
Georgie Ramirez
19 on the play. It'll be first and 10 Bears from
picks
the
up
20.
Zimmerman
shaking
after a
up on the play.
19-yard gain. And that was a touchdown-saving tackle by Double Deuces, Georgie Ramirez.
Nice play there from George.
So Basha knocking on the door of the red zone. Ball spotted on the far hash at the 20-yard line. Clock moving inside 7 minutes to go. This one could very well go down to the wire. Schinker, the deep back. Friend lines up Estrada. Out of the pistol. And on the run blitz, it's Anthony Giraldi, and he's there to make a big stick in the backfield. Reading that play to absolute perfection was number 12, AG Anthony Giraldi with a big TFL right there.
That's how you time a blitz right there, Kevin. Number 12, Anthony Giraldi, timing that A-gap blitz perfectly on the snap there, able to get through unabated and drop the guy immediately. What a great play there for Anthony Giraldi. Nice to see him getting involved in the action here in this ballgame.
That'll fire up your coach, Kyle Anders, right there. Big time play. 13 seconds on the play clock. Out to the near side, it's Mateen. Next to him, it is Robinson. Zimmerman in the slot, and he gets the pass at the 15, to the 10, to the 5, and he's tackled right there inside the 5-yard line. The Basha Bears will have a 1st and goal to go on in the green zone. Ball's going to be spotted on the 4-yard line, and Basha is in golden position to take the lead here on this series.
Note to the Red Mountain defense, make sure you know exactly where Ty Zimmerman is at all times. He is making a play every time for the Basha Bears. They're giving him a little bit too much cushion. They won't get a lot of cushion here down close to the goal line, but they got to know where Zimmerman is because he is making plays right now.
12 catches for 118 yards for Ty Zimmerman, having himself a night. Special thank you to Mr. Downhams from Yearview Cox Communications. This is the quarterback Friend on a design quarterback draw. And he'll go right up the middle. And he's going to be stopped short of the goal line. A zone read by Gabe Friend, and he is stopped short at the goal line. But the Basha Bears now knocking on the door with 5:15 to go in a 17-17 tie. They're threatening to take the lead.
Yeah, this offensive line for Basha is getting a push up front. They're firing off the football, and they're taking it in the chest right now on the Red Mountain defensive line. They're going to have to get lower and get up underneath these offensive linemen and stop these plays.
Schinker is the deep back. Zimmerman lined up to the left side. He's in motion. The snap to Friend, and he will just
Gabe Friend on the quarterback
walking right behind his center.
Touchdown.
That is going to be a 1-yard touchdown for the quarterback, Gabe Friend. And the Basha Bears have taken the lead here with 4:51 to go in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, once again, nice job up front for Basha and their offensive line. Getting a great push and running right behind that center is quarterback Gabe Friend. Punch it in there, and we'll see how Red Mountain's offense responds with time not on the side of the Mountain Ranks right now.
Friend had 18 yards on 7 carries last week. Had a 9-yard run, but for Friend, that's a big touchdown for him. And the Basha Bears, they now lead it 23-17, and the Red Mountain offense is going to be challenged here as Ty Zimmerman's back on the field. Good snap, good hold, and he drilled
no play,
point
penalty marker down.
However, there is a penalty marker on play.
Zimmerman might drive the bus for Basha too. I don't know. He does everything for these guys.
He could very well be. He made all the reservations for the post-game meal. We know that. Ty Zimmerman, a do-it-all. He is indeed handy. I've heard it before. I haven't used it, but we'll use it here. He's the Swiss Army knife of the Basha Bears offense.
I like it.
And defense.
I like it.
For Friend, on the ground, that's his first rushing touchdown of the season. And Sif will have a chance to kick it again. High snap, here comes Shaq Daniels, he can't get it, and Zimmerman buries the one.
4 minutes and 51 seconds left. It's Basha 24,
Basha
Red Mountain 17.
Red Mountain 17. Oh my.
Well, Red Mountain's time to respond here. Look for them to get keep Deontay Elliott involved in the attack and take a few shots down the field. they've got guys in position. They got to catch the ball, and Darren Smith, look for him to continue his excellent play here tonight, and he's going to take a number of shots here upcoming in this drive as well.
Darren Smith has gone all the way here at quarterback for Mike Peterson tonight. 7-point ball game. Basha has just taken the lead with 4:51 to go on a 1-yard touchdown run by Gabe Friend. So Zifferman having himself a night. 12 receptions, 112 yards. He's been tough to slow down.
Yeah, he's a ball player. Done it all for Basha here tonight. Got speed, elusivity, and he's got great hands too. He's caught a number of passes there in traffic here tonight for Basha.
So that whole idea, can you beat a good football team? Well, Red Mountain's looking down the barrel of a tough one here. But they got plenty of time and they got the weapons to get right back in this ball game. So Zifferman sends that left leg through it. It's Rivera at the 5, to the 10, to the 15, to the makes a move at 20, 25, and he's stuck at the 27-yard line.
Ramses Rivera on the return. Tacklers.
Defensive pop
Number 21,
by the
Braden
special teams
Shambaugh.
player,
Number 33, Britton
Boy,
Burke.
he came in there and laid a lick on Ramses Rivera.
He did indeed. A nice job on the special teams unit there for Basha. And he lowered the boom on Ramses Rivera, who was trying to make a move up the field and try to break loose for Red Mountain. But they'll have pretty good field position here to start this drive. With 4 minutes, 45 seconds on the clock, and Darren Smith ready to go.
Salcedo will be the center. Bray will be the right guard. A play fake. Smith over the middle of the field, and a diving reception made by Carter Weed.
Smith's pass complete
Carter
to
Weed
Carter
low to the
Weed.
ground and hauled that one in. A gain of 14 yards. Nice pass by Darren
14
Smith.
and the Red Mountain first down
Carter Weed
at the
low to
42.
the ground, hauled that one in. Great catch and protected the football with his body.
Yeah, Carter Weed having a great night. Nice to see him hauling in some balls and picking up positive yardage for the Red Mountain Lions. And once again, Darren Smith, nice job there, setting his feet and delivering a strike.
Low snap for Darren Smith. Has time, steps up in the pocket. He's going to try to scramble. Still on his feet. Dumps it off to Zach Molina, and it's over his
Darren
head.
Smith's pass incomplete.
Boy, Darren Smith
In the
did a
direction of Zach
pirouette
Molina,
in
second
the
and 10.
pocket. He literally
Coverage
spun
on the
around.
play by Dustin Torres.
A Statue of Liberty plus, and he was unable to dump it off to Molina. A little bit of adrenaline for Darren Smith, but he's shown his ability to escape pressure tonight.
Yeah, there was a lot of pressure, and credit to Basha's defensive line on that when they were in there and forcing Darren Smith to make a play with his feet, and he had no chance to get rid of that one.
Chandler Kelly coming in there with that pass rush. Clock stop at 4:20. High snap for Darren Smith. Has time, fires, far side, caught by Molina. Molina makes a move, and he'll dive towards the 48-yard line. Made the catch at the 45-yard line, and he'll take it out across the 45. He'll spot it at the 47-yard line, and that's where Darren Smith will be faced with a 3rd and 5 from his own 47-yard line with inside 4 minutes to go, trailing by 7.
Think they'll run this one or maybe take a shot, maybe a little play fake?
I was wondering if this was 4-down territory. This is Darren Smith, the quarterback. Basha showing blitz. They don't come. Smith has time, winds up, throws, looking for Kalem Reese-Peebles, and they leap for the football, and the ball is going to be intercepted by Ty Zifferman. As Reese-Peebles is shaken up on the play, but Ty Zifferman comes up with an amazing pick on Darren Smith, and that is a tough blow for this football team. They turn it over here at the 3:38 mark.
Yeah, you saw Darren Smith light up in the pocket there as soon as he found the receiver streaking down the near side of the field. Kalem Reese-Peebles, unfortunately, he was double covered. And once again, Mr. Everything for Basha, Ty Zifferman, elevating and coming down with the interception for the Bears.
There isn't anything Ty Zifferman has not done in this football game tonight. He's even thrown a pass. He threw a touchdown pass.
Yeah.
He's kicked an extra point. He's kicked a field goal. He's had an interception. Ty Zifferman for homecoming king for the Basha Bears. They've got the lead and the football, and they run it to Schenker up the middle, and they'll run right into that front four of this Red Mountain defense.
Obviously, Basha going to want to run the clock down here, try to keep the ball on the ground, avoid the turnovers at all costs. If you're Red Mountain, you want to get through low man wins up front here on the defensive line. You've got to get pressure on them and try to force some kind of fumble, or definitely you want to force them into a 4th down situation.
Giraldi picks up the stick on that play, but not before they got 2 yards on the Nicholas Schenker run. Red Mountain's defense has to answer the bell right here. 2nd and 8 from the 18-yard line. This is Friend out of the pistol. High snap. They run it to Schinker. He goes right up the middle. And an offensive line for the Basha Bears getting a little push off there, but Red Mountain in there to answer the challenge as Jake Griffin stands in there along with Braden Jansen defensively for this Red Mountain defense.
Yeah, once again, a nice stand up front there for Red Mountain's defensive line. They're able to get in there, get off the blocks from the offensive lineman of Basha and make the stop. So a very critical third down coming here for Red Mountain. Look for this crowd to get up on their feet.
They're charged up. This crowd is charged up. The camera would pan. I'm sure our camera crew is panning on the crowd right now. It's 3rd and 5 from the 21-yard line. This is Lundberg. And Lundberg's going to be strung out and dropped. And Red Mountain should get the football back here. So Charlie Hola comes up to make an outstanding tackle. Charlie Hola has had himself a ball game tonight.
Charlie Hola has done a great job, and once again on that play, able to get through there and make the stop for Red Mountain. That was a great stand for the defense, Red Mountain. They needed it right then, and they came up with it. That's credit to Coach Kyle Enders and some excellent play calling there. I don't know why every fan in this crowd right now is not on their feet at 3rd down. I do not get it, Kevin. Maybe that's the Texas in me. I don't know. Texas, they be rumbling these stands. The press ought to be shaking.
There's a timeout taken out of the field. I think they saw the TO, and they just took a little pause on the action. There are 2 fans right in front of Tyler Ebel. One of them's got a broken arm, and JP was giving him the business, like, get up. And I took the bait from James as he was talking, and I'm trying to get these guys to get up. And they give me the business saying he's got a broken arm. I'm like, that's the problem with this crowd right now, is they're soft. They're soft. So Tyler Ebel is going to get this group rocking and rolling with some sort of a idea to say, all right, fans, make some noise. Red Mountain trailing by 7, 2:06 to go. Georgie Ramirez back deep along with Zach Molina. Basha has played a phenomenal football game here tonight. You can tell that they are very well coached under Chris McDonald. Here comes Shaq. He's going to back out of it. The snap is bounced. Here comes Griffin. He can't get it, and the punt is shanked. And Red Mountain is going to have a huge break here to take advantage of a botched punt. But you have to credit the pressure up front by Jacob Griffin, and it was really all because of a botched snap.
Yeah, botched snap, and then Jake Griffin was coming full head of steam up the field at the punter and got him rattled a little bit, shanked that one off to the left-hand side, and Red Mountain is going to be in business here in Basha territory to start this drive, trailing by 7.
So the young man from Sydney has an opportunity to bring his football team back. They trail 24-17, and Calembre's Pibas is all by himself out here at the 45-yard line, and starting to backpedal in his neighborhood is Ty Silverman. So it'll be Darren Smith out of the gun, looking left all the way, and he fires complete to Zach Molina, and Molina's going to be stuffed. Nowhere to go because Basha, Caleb Jones came up and made it another tackle.
Yeah, very soft zone on there for Basha, and Caleb Jones coming up, read that play, just nothing disguised him there. He came up and made the stick on Zach Molina, an excellent open field tackle there for the Basha Bears.
A loss of 1, 2nd and 11 from the 43-yard line. Red Mountain's going to have to take a chance deep. And this time it's going to be caught by Deontay Elliott at the 35-yard line to the 30. He'll step out of bounds around the 33-yard line. That's a 1st and 10 for the Mountain Lions. Nice pass by Darren Smith, and Deontay Elliott doing the rest after the catch.
Yeah, great yards after the catch there for Deontay Elliott. And very heads-up play to get himself out of bounds there at the very end of the play. Stop the clock as we are in the waning moments here of the 4th quarter at Red Mountain High School.
Great point, James, stopping the clock with $1:17 to go. That was Darren Smith to Deontay Elliott for 16 yards and a 1st and 10 for the Mountain Lions. This is Elliott front to the left of Darren Smith. Here goes Zach Molina on motion. Snap back to Smith. Has time, throws over the middle of the field. Caught by Carter Wheat as he's belted at the 15-yard line. Carter Wheat has rolled up the last 2 weeks, making big-time catches for this offense, and that one in traffic.
That's what we've been wanting to see all year from Carter Wheat. An outstanding job. He's having a great game. Big players make big plays at big moments, and that's exactly what Carter Wheat's doing right here for Red Mountain.
Called that one, took a lick as he dropped that one in, and that is how you catch the football. And this Red Mountain offense now with a little mojo here with 1:09 to go, trailing by 7 points.
Plenty of time. They're in great field position at the Basha 17-yard line. Look for Deontay Elliott, maybe a little screen pass, get him on the edge, or maybe they do a little play fake and try to throw it over the top of somebody here and take a shot.
Carson Foster playing on that right side of this offensive line. So you have Foster out there with the big fella. Jasper Parks on that right side. So Molina lines up in the slot. Clem Reese-Peebles to the outside. This is Rivera to the near side. Flank to the right of Smith is Deontay Elliott. High snap. Check it. It was Ramirez. Pass dropped by Ramses Rivera at the 15-yard line. Rivera unable to haul that one in. And that is just troubling for that young man. I feel for him. I just feel for number 4 right now.
Very tough play there. Darren Smith had the wherewithal to corral that high snap, kept his head, delivered the ball on time, right on target to Ramses Rivera, and unfortunately, the ball hits the turf.
2nd and 10 for the Basha 17-yard line. 3 wide receivers for Smith. Back to throw. Pass complete.
Pass is complete to number 14,
Number
Jared
14.
Wilson.
Jared Wilson makes the reception, and that pass had a little veto on it, didn't it?
It did. He delivered that ball, got a nice push off his back foot, able to drive the football down the field and deliver a strike there to Jared Wilson.
Beg your pardon, 42 seconds to go. Darren Smith back to throw. Has time. Flushed out of pocket. Wants to throw towards the end zone, and he's going to be run out of bounds.
Smith is taken out of bounds by Caleb Jones.
Caleb Jones right there to force him out of bounds. Clock's going to stop. It'll be a 4th down for Red Mountain, and the game will all come down to this next play here.
How about Caleb Jones running that play down from the backside? Excellent pursuit, not quitting on the play at all there, and forcing the Red Mountain quarterback out of bounds after he had to scramble from pressure up the middle from the defensive line of the Bears.
And James, where you give the credit to is the secondary of the Basha Bears. They played latch on, great defense, and Darren Smith didn't have anywhere to deliver that football, not even to take a chance. Possession play here, 4th and 11. Ball game on the line for Red Mountain. 4th and 11 from the 18-yard line. Smith out of the gun, has time, here comes the pressure, and he's going to be down. He's sacked. He's sacked on the play, and the Basha Bears come up with the play of the game by Parker Jacobs.
44, Parker Jacobs. And
the Basha Bears are going to get the football, and their coaching staff is filing out of here with some haste because they feel like they just won this football game, and they may have just done it.
Wow, what a play that time, trying to find something. But once again, the coverage outstanding for Basha. And unfortunately, nothing home there for Darren Smith as he tries to find an open receiver, but nothing doing that. Excellent coverage for Basha on that one.
Boy, the Basha Bear defense came up big in these last 2 plays. Their secondary did not allow anything, and then they got that pass rush. What was deemed to be a work in progress, this Basha Bear offensive line, they did not allow any sacks to my record. And the Basha Bears came here to Red Mountain High School tonight and stole this one for the Mountain Lions.
They did indeed, and they played pretty well in all 3 phases of the game. It was a very close one. Red Mountain had a torrid pace to start this one off. It looked like they were going to keep that going, but I didn't see too much of that in the second half. A little bit of that in the 4th quarter, but unfortunately for Red Mountain, Basha came in here and got it done.
Red Mountain falls to 4-2.
You can't help but look back just a little bit, James, and see a couple of those plays that were left out there. And when you look at the score, a 7-point game, a 7-point deficit, there were plays out there that were left on the field that would have been the difference in winning this football game.
Yeah, there were at least 2 plays that I saw that could have been touchdowns had the ball been caught, or at least got them maybe into field goal range, if not a shot for a touchdown. But well, a number of plays and a number of points left on the field here tonight for the Red Mountain Lions.
I can't say enough positive about Chris McDonald and the Basha Bear football team. They came in here after a tough defeat last week against Highland. And this Basha Bear team is for real. They played excellent football through 4 quarters. They've got one guy over there that is just a world beater. and he was the most talented individual on the field here tonight.
Actually, that'll be 2 weeks from tonight. Basha has a bye week next week.
He, like you said earlier, he's probably loading up the bus right now and fired that thing up, has the AC blowing, and they're ready to get out of here. But they got himself a victory.
Well, most definitely. You mentioned that he has some dinner reservations. They're going to definitely enjoy dinner tonight. And Basha got it done. I mean, what can we say? And they did it, taking nothing away from backup quarterback Gabe Friend, but they did it with their backup quarterback, Kevin. And impressive performance here for Basha against a pretty good Red Mountain football team.
Yeah, you have to tip your cap to the Basha Bears as they greet their pep band here on the far side of the field in victory for the Basha Bears. And they've got to be thrilled, as you can see some fans just look up to the press box and shake their head in disgust as they file out of Red Mountain Stadium here tonight.